heart. Every day of my life.
Yeah.
My life. My life.
Say I'm good.
I stay high flying through smoke clouds. Smoke clouds, I knew my worth, that's why I spoke loud. Spoke loud, I'm in the ocean, don't rock my boat now. Boat now, so much emotion, come get a quote now. A quote now. I stay high flying through smoke clouds. Smoke clouds, I knew my worth, that's why I spoke loud. I spoke loud, I'm in the ocean, don't rock my boat now. A boat now, so much emotion, come get a quote now. A quote now.
Yeah, I be smoking Vannas, drinking Don P, thinking beyond deeper than Gandhi. While I'm on the yacht, counting G's, smoking trees. I'm about to be a billionaire, dipped in frizz gear, flicking $100 bills in the air. Bogard and Triangle, they getting money too. It's what we do. Provide for our families like the Kennedys and the Carters do. Like Sean and B, rhyme with D. Greatest of the all time, like Mike Tyson, Jordan, Jackson, in they prime. Y'all haters still can't take our shine, shine, shine. Like every day of my life, I stay high, floating through them smoke clouds, 3 kings.
I stay high flying through smoke clouds. Smoke clouds, I knew my worth, that's why I spoke loud. Spoke loud, I'm in the ocean, don't rock my boat now. A boat now, so much emotion, come get a quote now. A quote now. I stay high flying through smoke clouds. Smoke clouds, I knew my worth, that's why I spoke loud. I spoke loud, I'm in the ocean, don't rock my boat now. A boat now, so much emotion, come get a quote now. A quote now. Slow and low like the chorus, smoke a forest like a wildfire. Sip on liquors in between, feeling like the golden child. Going up on some golden suds, rolling up on some potent bud. It's a daily situation where we come from. If you really know what's up, then you would get some. But no knots do not beat the same drum. I prefer cognac, but I will take rum. I prefer IPA, but I will go bud. Anything goes in the San Jose slums. San Jose slums, this shit is better than hot. Man, this shit is well done, done. 808 kick drums make the girlies get done. This is the new drink, it's smoke and smoke anthem.
They call Bogard Scott free when they want smoke. I ain't talking about beef, I'm talking about that dope. Shipping out peas, flying elbows. No wrestling, but we off the top rope. Work fresh off the boat, packs on the plane. Then we back on the road, going state to state. Money, pussy, good weed, all I need in life. Call it blasphemous, I get stoned like Jesus Christ. Ask the Lord, he'll vouch that we bout scratch. You hear the noise, me and my boys pushing loud packs. Getting high till my day ends. Cheaper apes, the day, Carpe Diem.
Every day of my life, I get high, I get high. Every day of my life, I get high.
It's beautiful. Scott, Prime. First off, I'm always in pocket. I'm more cocky than arrogant when I rock it. I'm like a funky experiment they concocted. But now I'm kamikaze in the cockpit. Pause. Fuck the game when my cock stiff. Fuck your side and your main for pillow talking. What part of the game is this? Is no code. I can't believe that it came to this. No holds barred, Bogard Scott free. I brought the block. No carbon copy, the one and only we rock. I heard the view is sick, but it's lonely at the top. Push work, steady working, gets the hands on the clock. I keep my head tilt, in case anybody watching, I ain't trying to get pilled. In case anybody talking, anybody guts spilt. Best believe I'm plotting, best believe blood spilt. Get body, get killed. I'm always on some fuck how you felt. Cause when you push soft, can't be soft like felt. Shining dipped in water like Phelps. Meanwhile they still crying over spilt milk. Such a shame though. One of the many reasons why me and you ain't the same, no. Go getter, I'm leaving with what I came for. No lactose, milk and shit for the sand hoe. Louie.
Yeah, you know, what up though? You got Herb Gotti, the block, Herb whatever you wanna call me. What's up, Bogard? Here we go. To be the shit on the MIC, it takes more than the dope beat. But goddamn, my man, you fucking did it again. Prime one fam, banging from here.
Eureka. We make plays every day, yeah. 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 We make plays every day, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We make plays every day. How's it going, Playmakers? Spencer the Guru in the building. Appreciate everyone tuned in here on the 420 Hustler Network. Can't wait to get into this one, y'all. It's the NFC South breakdown. You already know it. We down south here in NOLA, ready to break this thing down. But, of course, we got the panel of Playmakers here. A little short tonight. You know, not going to have quite as many Playmakers as usual, but it's still going to be a lit episode. So, without further ado, let's bring out the founding father of the Playmakers, the man, the myth, the legend, Bogard Scott free.
Blah, 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 blah. On your bumper clot. Blah, blah, blah. What's happening?
Oh shit, man. Glad to be on here, man. Glad to be on, man. Glad to get this thing going. No Huss tonight. He couldn't make it, but we're gonna hold down the fort. We're gonna hold it down for the 420 crew. So yeah, just vibing.
Yeah, we vibing, you know what I mean? Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? We and shout out to Guccini, shout out to Peacock, you know what I mean? I think Peacock might be jumping on still. I think he's doing mushrooms at the movie theaters right now. That's awesome.
Oh, he's doing, okay. I was like, Crispy got us all today. So which one of you clowns shrooms so bad you shit your pants?
Well, that's all you have to just start counting the guys that are in here. You know what I mean? I'll shit my pants and no one will even know it. I'm rocking.
Yep, Marty's here. He's laughing. And Devo in the building says, yo, 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 what's good, Devo? And
What's
yes,
happening?
we're holding it down. The Guru Nation, baby. We in this thing.
Hey, he's the DP, the designated Potter. You know what I mean? Like, listen, you're gonna have to take the wheel tonight.
I was wasn't that on FNTR joking about the designated driver that flipped the car?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking designated driver and you flipped the wheel.
Dumbass fool I knew growing up called.
Yeah, like what the
ruckus and shit. This fool was a dumbass, bro, and there was nobody even around. I think he was just smashing it, and he did one of those like where he just tries to go into the next lane hella fast, and it wasn't working that way. Stupid fuck. And then he never gave my guy $1.
Oh my god.
He was like, well, he had insurance. I'm like, yeah, but it wasn't him driving, bro. Like, he still got points on his shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's bullshit. Wasn't it in Huss? I think it's like a movie reference where you say about the designated driver, like, I just gotta have some in me in 15 minutes, I'll be good or something.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's funny is when you're young, you're dumb, right? So it's
yeah.
You see the fools that like I remember I had the one homie. He got DUIs like a motherfucker to the point where he had one of them things you had to blow in to start the car.
Yeah. I knew someone that had
like,
to have that. Yeah.
You have to have a designated blower. And I'm like,
yeah, I was talking about that. Yeah, designated blower.
I'm like, bro, why are you still getting you gotta have someone start it, but you don't have someone else driving it for you? You know what I'm saying?
Designated blower, have them drive. Like, what are you doing?
Like, but baby, blowing this thing for me. All right, cool. All right, then y'all, I'm out. You know what I mean?
Designated blower, pause.
Blow this shit, baby.
Yeah, she's my designated blower.
I got my dick. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant this thing right here.
Yeah, she look at you like, oh no, this right here. Yeah, Hussey, when I think of designated blower, I think of something way different.
I mean, you had to have a DB.
Yeah. Oh, Marty said the ones nowadays have a camera. You can't get away with that nowadays, apparently.
He's like, okay. He's like, I know exactly what to do. He's like, hold on. Hey, Sherry. Yeah, it's my cousin. She looks exactly like me, beard and everything. Hey, need you to blow in this for me.
Yeah, if you have an identical twin, you get your identical twin to do it for you.
Like,
or clone yourself and have them be your designated blower.
This was definitely this is before your time, but Michael Keaton, he had a movie called Multiplicity. So it was a company that they figured out how to clone this motherfucker, and they were doing it for him as a solid because they weren't able to like experiment on humans yet. But they're like, hey, bro, do this, and we'll give you some money. And he's like, yeah. So the first guy comes out, he's legit. But the more and more they cloned him, the clone, like the new iterations they got dumber.
Oh, they keep cloning and get dumber and dumber.
But
it's like the screenshot. You keep screenshotting something, it gets blurrier and blurrier.
So the dude,
Crispy, that redhead is a designated blur.
Oh yeah, remember her? Okay, look at this. This is how the conversation went down, right? I go, so my girl, she just overhears me on the phone with Candlestick. She's like, "What the fuck? You're already booked for Vegas?" Yeah, I told you I'm going. She's, what the fuck? So you can interview porn stars again? I'm like, if you're only worried about me interviewing them, I think you're all right. You know what I mean?
I'll join. I'll get some questions prepared. So
that's the thing, though. My life's just a movie. Like, we're partying with Calvin Johnson 1 minute, and then we're interviewing porn stars the next.
Yeah, a party with Ric Flair. A party with Ric Flair is going down this month.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm gonna miss that one. Ah!
Yeah, I swear Hess is gonna be at that one. The Cannabis Guardian Angel. Shout out to Hess.
Yeah.
That sounds lit as fuck. Partying with Ric Flair, the Drip King.
Here's the thing, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not just, it's like Ric Flair and that's cool. It's going to party with the CGA himself, bruh.
Right. I actually got to, when he came down the hole.
I want to go if he's there. I don't go fuck who's there. If the CGA's there, bro, let's going down.
Yeah, I tell you, when he came down to NOLA, it was a weeknight, so it was pretty chill, but still, it was really cool to like get to be out on the town with him.
You got to chop it up with him.
Yeah, it's more just on some chop it up shit as opposed to like really turn up. So yeah, but it was cool. We chopped it up with business and stuff. So it was a good convo.
Like, okay, Ricky Williams, he tells me like this. He goes, "You should only talk to people that are successful." He's like, with your personality, you're always just, unless someone that you believe knows what they're talking about, you're never gonna give them the time of day. And then he's like, especially if you're with business or whatever you're trying to do, you talk to the right people. He's like, who's the guy you should talk to? You should always talk to Hess. I'm like, right?
Right, yeah.
I'm like, Hess is just one of those guys, like, just chop it up with him.
He got good head on his shoulders.
It's crazy. It's just great advice, right? If anything.
Definitely. Yeah, because he's out in the field. Like, because I was funny, like that night I was on a Zoom call with like these fantasy guys. I mean, they seem like nice guys, but it was just kind of like, their goals seemed a little unrealistic. But in chopping it up with Hess, it just felt organic. Like things like, this is like more realistic. Like this is like real. It feels real. Like.
Yeah,
like I said, like this could really go somewhere.
Nah, fuck shit. Hess is the truth, man.
Okay, sure. Yeah, because he's in it for the long game. He's what he fucks it up. Like they're playing the long game with this stuff.
He's also a dude that has like several new leases on life and never not appreciated it. You know what I mean? Like okay, they try to take us out. We're back. We're going stronger. You know what I mean? Like, right. Yeah, I definitely share that with him because motherfuckers has tried to murder me before on a couple occasions. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then the first time, and I came back, I wanted vengeance, and I even got my vengeance lightweight allegedly, but like it was the thing. It was like the next time it happened to me, and I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not invincible. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Before we go down that rabbit hole, Crispy's asking, what's the latest on Kamara? I'm actually glad you asked that, Crispy, because I watched a video on that was with a lawyer who was saying that from his experience with cases like that, Kamara's trial will likely begin on September 1st. Like they probably won't be able to keep pushing it back anymore. Where it'll begin on September 1st. But in cases like this, they tend to drag on for months.
Because they're going to go in for preliminary hearings.
Exactly. And that shit's going to drag out. It's going to drag out to where he's going to probably play the first 3, maybe 4 or 5 weeks. But once the thing wraps up around October, November, he's going to get suspended for like 6 games at least, depending on the outcome of the case. If he gets charged, maybe more.
Okay. How about
Barbarians? What up, bro?
What it do, BS?
Yeah, BS in the building.
Shout out to my guy BS, man. Shout out to all of Barbados, bro. I think in one of my past lives, I was from Barbados, bro. I think so.
Because I always
Probably so.
I always
so.
wanted to fuck Rihanna, bro. For sure.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know she's that tall, bro. I think she's like 5'11", bro.
Yeah, that's my height.
That's what I'm saying. No, she's not a little one at all.
Let's see. Is she? That's Rihanna height. Let's see.
Yeah, right. This is great. We need to know these things.
5'8".
Okay, it's the forehead that makes her look like she's 5'11".
Yeah, that's extra 3 inches. Her and Peyton Manning. Man, if they had a kid together, that shit would be.
Is Peyton Manning like 7 feet tall?
With his forehead,
No,
yes.
Okay.
With his forehead
Yeah,
factored in. You
I
take out the
knew it.
forehead, more like 6'4".
You know, they used to say he's cerebral. He's a cerebral assassin. Like, yeah,
Oh, Huss chiming in here about Kamara. He said nothing is going to seriously happen with this court case till after the season. So easy to push back dates a month or two. Okay, well, I heard different, but I mean, shit, it wouldn't shock me if it got pushed back.
I think Huss is speaking from a standpoint of a guy who's actually been through the ringers of the judicial system. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's what
He's like, listen, man, that shit can get pushed back easily.
Well, that's the dude with the video was saying that he was like, it's like, yeah, just because it starts September 1st, it's not like there's going to be a resolution on September 1st. Odds are the resolution won't come either like October or November. So if the suspension were to happen during the season, it'd be like the middle part of the season, which would suck for fantasy because you're in the meat of your season and boom, you lose a key player. It's like, fuck.
You know what? I think we're going to be okay with Kamara because we're not, even if that happens to us, we're not drafting them any type of.
Yeah, we're getting him at a discount and hopefully cuffing him with Killer Miller because then at that point, Killer Miller would take over. And because Jamali Mall is what he is. That role is what it is.
Crying.
If Kamara gets suspended.
He's Mark Ingram, right?
Exactly. Where if Kamara gets suspended, Killer Miller would probably fill that role.
Wouldn't you think that Jamal would be the pass catching guy and then Mark Ingram role would go to Killer Miller?
Could. I think though they're gonna want to. I know we had talked about him not being that good in pass protection, but I feel like they're gonna really make that a point of emphasis for him this offseason in bracing for the fact that Kamara could end up suspended.
I like Killer Miller. What's going on with his knee? Was there something going on?
Yeah, they're just taking it real easy. What up, Song in the
What up, Song?
MC. But they're just taking it real easy with the knee right now. He should be good for camp, but he didn't participate in OTAs because it was just like they didn't want to chance it. The Saints staff said they're not worried about it, so hopefully that is a good sign. But
okay. Before we get into it, right?
This is the NFC South episode.
So before we get into it, because I don't necessarily want to just start off with the Saints, right? But I do want to ask you something real quick. Look. What's going on with that whole Gruden thing we're coming? What was that about?
That wasn't anything. That was just really, he just came in. He basically I think he's just bored, not being a coach anymore. So he just kind of did Derek Carr and the Saints a solid. He just came in to kind of help.
Here's a journal I wrote. It's called Grinders. Here's my Derek Carr section. Derek Carr, this is what he's good at. This is what he's bad at. You know what I mean?
I bet he did that though, Loki. I bet he did all that thinking the Saints might offer him a job, but I don't think the
because
Saints.
He needs to get in. He needs to make his way back in, or because that's the only way. Like what happened with Greg Williams, right? Like Greg Williams will never you know what I mean? Like he gotta be like a coordinator forever now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So what team that come out on top of this division?
You know what's crazy, Spence?
I hope the Saints. I'm picking the Saints as of now because I feel like all the other teams are a year or two away. Where the Saints are they're built to win now. So I'm gonna have to pick the Saints, but I don't feel that good about it because I feel like one of those young teams could come up and scare us, particularly Carolina or Atlanta. Tampa Bay is trash. The Tampa Bay will be lucky to win 4 games, but Atlanta and Carolina could be scary.
Damn, I don't know what I do with my mini Darth Vader figure.
Albert in the house now. What up, Albert?
What up, Albert?
Yes, sir. And then Saints and Falcons. Yeah, I could see the Falcons. I mean, the Falcons they drafted well and beefed up their defense. So I mean, I think the Falcons could be a threat. It'll depend on Desmond Ridder. If Desmond Ridder takes a big step forward, I could definitely see him winning. And I'm just not confident in him. He didn't show me enough last year.
You know, I have zero confidence in Desmond Ridder, but it doesn't make me shy away from like taking a shot on him as a third option in the super flex this year.
Oh yeah, he's decent as a third option.
And like if
sure.
I wait long enough, I'm okay with him being a
what
second
up, real
option.
deal. Yeah, for sure.
Scott's a real deal. And it's really just based on the fact that, you know, if Tannehill, he's not that good to me. But in that system, he played really well. Even Mariota played decent in that system. It's the system thing and now they have the running back that's going to help everyone, like how Derrick Henry helped out Tannehill back in, you know what I mean? Because Arthur Smith was the architect for that offense, you know what I mean? Now and they got great play designs over there, bro. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If their defense,
how well Corduroy to Pimp was killing it in that system. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely think offensively, the Falcons. I'll be real. I feel like offensively, the Falcons are gonna have a better offense than the Saints. I still think the Saints have the advantage on defense. But the thing is, though, Atlanta poached two of the Saints' key defenders, David Onyemata and Caden Ellis, to kind of bridge the gap. So the Saints better hope Derek Carr can come through.
Who's the DC for Atlanta? I know he can't.
Nielsen, I think. He's also poached from us.
Yeah. So I fully expect them to try to like mimic that look, that 5-2.
Yeah, the 5-2-4. Yeah, well, I mean, no, 4-2-5. It's a 4 D linemen, 2 LBs, and 5 DBs.
Yeah, I always go dyslexic with it when I say the 5-2 because I'm looking at it from the backside.
Right, yeah, 4-2-5. Ding! Give him a ding.
Right? You know what I'm saying? I don't even think I need to put a pause on that one. It's like, hey, baby, hold on. Let's from the backside. The 5-2 from the back.
We don't need a pause. We can just go right fucking now.
Let's just go right into it.
Right. Well, and Albert's asking the second best wide receiver for fantasy and NFC South. To me, that's an easy one, man. It's got to be Drake London because I feel like everyone's taking Olave first. But I mean, Drake London, you got to take Drake London over the Bucks guys. Like the Bucks guys with Baker, that's going to be a disaster.
I like Godwin because he comes at a value, but yeah, definitely I think in order it's Olave and London because Olave. Here's the thing. Man, Adams played really fucking well with Derek Carr.
That's what I'm saying. Olave's gonna ball, bro.
And you know, you want to know where they shine together is because it was that deep ball, bro. And then that's what.
Yeah, Carr's got an arm on, and that's one good thing with Carr. Carr can sling it. That's why I like Rashid Shaheed as a sleeper too.
He has the power. His arm is compelled by Jesus, bro.
White Jesus. He's
white Jesus.
White Jesus.
You gotta be specific here.
Right.
When he gets in the huddle, he says, "This play." It's like it was sponsored. This play was sponsored by White Jesus. Break. Like what? He's like, you gotta say a prayer.
Hey, he's playing for the Saints, bro. I mean, shit, Saint Derek Carr.
White Saint Carr.
He's gonna be super inspired. He's like, I'm a saint. Wow. I'm a fucking saint.
I mean, he just came from Vegas, right? He was like, I went there in the Forsaken City. He's like, now I'm in the city where they got voodoo.
Right, yeah, he tried to turn around Sin City and it had him crying. So now he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna be a saint.
They're like, don't smear your mascara, Carr. No, I just have naturally lush eyelashes. No, motherfucker, you look like you're wearing mascara.
The mascara man himself. Oh my god. But speaking of Jawan Johnson, could he be a thing? And it's like maybe, but what scares me is go ahead,
there's a way cooler story here, though. If I'm going to look at a tight end, I'm rooting for my man Foster Moreau, the island of Dr. Foster Moreau.
Right, who recently has been in remission, yeah, no like more cancer. So congrats. Just very excited that he's able to get back out and just, for one, just as a human, just being healthy and cancer free.
Why did Juwan Johnson get all those touchdowns last year?
Like he's the only game in town. Yeah, just Troutman was garbage. But
Troutman was even hurt, but also Michael Thomas wasn't there. So
right, so I'm fading Jawan, and then Taysom Hill, they're saying is going to be more involved as a receiver. So I think exactly. So I think Jawan, he'll be about that. He'll be 500 to 600 yards with 5 to 6 tugs. So it'll be very tight end 2 streamer and deep leagues.
All right, let's get to it. Let's start with in my opinion, the shittiest team of the bunch.
The Bucks.
The Bucks.
Yeah, we'll get the shit out the way.
You know what's crazy is that it's no disrespect to the Bucks, but damn, they were shit last year with Brady even. So, you know what I mean?
He is just too many mouths to feed, song. I don't know about Jawan, but yeah, go ahead, my man.
Okay, let's see if we're smoking on this buck. Oh, we're doing the cake? Okay. I'll be right back, fired, and we're gonna do this cake real quick.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll get the Bucks combo. So I'll get Baker Mayfield out of the way. You know, definitely I'm not puffing on that. You know, Baker Mayfield. We've been there.
I might puff on the Mayfield pack, bro, because it's late.
That's that Reggie, bro. I ain't smoking that.
4 QB.
Baker is Reggie, dog. 4. I guess it's a 4, you know, because
he's definitely some brickweed. He's definitely some. I don't even know if you want to put some Reggie on him, bro. Reggie might be a little too strong for Baker.
Yeah, he's not even. He sucks, like, but it's like, let's see. And then can Baker get Evans and Godwin over 1K?
I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll get to that when Bogey gets back. But I guess I'll start off with my Baker Mayfield take. In that it's a new system, in that there is a lot of unknown surrounding this Bucks offense. We don't really know what to expect with this new OC. I forgot his name. He was kind of an unknown. He came from the Seahawks. But I just don't see it working out because I feel like Baker's had chance after chance. The thing that really did it in for me with Baker was that he had not 1 but 2 chances last year to prove himself. And granted, the situations weren't tailor-made. The first half Panthers and second half Rams, neither situation was that great. But neither is this Bucs situation, because now that Brady's gone, the Bucs don't have as much. They still got Evans and Godwin, but the O-line's not as good. The running game's not good. Really, all he's got is Evans and Godwin. Tight end room's not very good. So the offense, it's as a whole, not very good. And this new play caller, we don't know what he's going to do. Maybe he's better than I'm giving him credit for. But I honestly don't think this is going to work out too well. Because Baker, I just can't do it. Like, he's had chance after chance. He always talks a good game, always talks shit. I guess that's one positive. I haven't really heard much from Baker. He's been pretty quiet this offseason, so that's a good thing, I'd say. The issue is I just don't think he's very talented. He's just not talented. He doesn't do anything well. I can't believe the guy was the first overall pick, because when you look at his scouting report, he doesn't have an overly strong arm. He's not overly athletic, so he doesn't run much. He's not a very good decision maker. It's not like he's an efficiency king like a Teddy Two Gloves or Case Keenum, like someone that's because he's a turnover prone. He's short. He's slow. He's terrible. I mean, he's the only thing he's got going for him is that he's gutsy. He is gutsy. I'll give him that. He's willing to like try to make tight throws, and he'll have his moments. But as a whole, he's dookie. I mean, I think by midseason, Kyle Trask is going to get some starts because they're just going to want to see what they have. They're going to be like 1-8 or some shit, and they're just going to be like, well, I guess we'll see what this kid's got. And I don't see him doing very well either. So the only thing I might be puffing on a little bit is Rachaad White because of the greasy PPR potential. And he's the only game in town in that backfield. So I might puff on that a little bit if I can get him at a value. Godwin and Evans, they've been slipping, but they have enough name value, though, to where they still go high enough to where I'm not really puffing on either of them. Because, like, I think at least one could get 1K. It'll probably be Evans. I feel like Evans, he's going to get 1K every year until he retires. So Evans will probably get like 1,001. Godwin's going to just be ugly, like PPR stuff. Godwin will probably catch 80 or 90 passes, but he's probably going to only average like 10 yards a catch. So he'll probably only get like 800 to 900 yards. And plus, Evans is more the red zone guy. So if anything, I'd almost rather Evans. But for PPR, they're about even. I'd probably, for PPR, give the slight edge to Godwin. Evans, though, definitely still has more upside. But considering they're still getting drafted fairly high, I'm going to pass on both of them. And the depth behind them is pretty weak. Russell Gage is coming off a major injury. Don't want any part of that. Then they have that rookie. Pull up their depth chart real quick. I forgot that rookie's name, but maybe keep an eye on him, especially if Evans or Godwin would get injured. They're both getting up in age. So this rookie, Trey Palmer is his name, Trey Palmer. I think he went to Stanford. This Trey Palmer kid could maybe be a thing. I definitely puff on him for Dynasty because I feel like you can get him late. He actually was an LSU boy. And then, he went to Nebraska. That's where he transferred from LSU to Nebraska. He's originally from Louisiana. So shout out to Trey Palmer. But yeah, he's someone to keep an eye on there. Those LSU receivers tend to show out in the NFL. So I could maybe see him doing something. And the other dude, Tompkins, he'll probably just be more special teams. I think I got him on a taxi squad in a hustler league. Tight ends, Cade Otton, I don't know how to say, Quift, I don't know. The KK, I just call him that, KK. He didn't show much, and they have a rookie there too, Payne Durham. So tight end room probably not gonna lead to anything. Yeah, Marty's got Palmer on the taxi squads. That's smart. Yeah, because, I mean, with Evans and Godwin getting old, he could end up a thing. And then Cade Otton had his little moments. I could maybe puff on him late or something, but not in a regular, like a normal 12-man redraft, definitely not puffing on any Bucks tight ends. And then their backup running backs didn't really touch on that, just kind of touch on Rachaad White. They've got Chase Edmonds backing him up, definitely passing on that. Keyshawn Vaughn. Could this maybe be his year? I actually picked him up. He got dropped in the Dynasty. I have him on the bench as a Rachaad White cuff. So maybe he might do something, especially if he could be the goal line back. Yeah, Godwin's not as old. How old's Godwin? I think he's like 27. Yeah. So, yeah, he's not like washed. I'm not saying he's washed. It's a bad situation for fantasy. It's because of Baker Mayfield. If he had just a somewhat competent quarterback, I'd be saying Godwin's a high-end WR2, but because of the situation, he's a low-end WR2 at best, in my opinion. But if you have him in Dynasty, hold tight. Just hold tight with Godwin and Evans in hopes that, and maybe they'll suck really bad. And then in 2024, they could get Caleb Williams or Drake May, get one of those elite 2024 QB prospects. So that would be the hope if you're an Evans or Godwin owner in Dynasty. Just hold tight because their stocks are a little down right now. So I wouldn't trade either of them because I think a lot of people are going to be like, ew, they're tied to Baker. Gross. So like for redraft, yeah, I'm with that. But for Dynasty, hold on to them. They're still both really good talents. Just a shame that they're stuck with such a god-awful quarterback situation. So, hey, maybe Kyle Trask, if you get Kyle Trask cheap in a Dynasty, as for a super flex, that I could maybe puff on a little bit because I feel like with that, he'll get some starts. And, I mean, with Evans and Godwin, you never know. He might be able to pop off and do a little something. So I definitely ride him over Baker. I just want no part of Baker. He had 2 chances last year, blew it both times. Even with Sean McVay, maybe with Cooper Kupp it would have been better, but it's like, I don't care. I'm tired of the excuses. Excuse me. Whew. Tired of the excuses for Baker Mayfield. It's just not happening. For fantasy, it's just, and we're looking at for fantasy. I mean, it's just ugly. I could pull up the game log here just to further my point. Because it was just, yikes. It's like the birthday's popping off back there. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Baker. Per 17. 3,064 yards. Barely cracked the 3,000 number. And he barely runs for anything. Only 126 on the ground, 1 touchdown. His touchdowns to interceptions ratio, golly, 14-11. Ugh. God, that's gross. Oh, my gosh. In today's NFL, not even throwing 20 tugs. That's Not even averaging a tug a game as a quarterback, as a fucking quarterback. Baker, what are you doing? Well, it started 12 games. Actually, only started 10. 2 of the games, I guess he didn't start. Oh, he played a good amount of snaps in basically every game, even though he didn't start every game, apparently. But, oh, well, enough about Baker Mayfield. I guess we'll wait for Bogey, and he can chime in about the Bucks, but that's my overall thoughts. I'm fading them. Pass. That take one hit at it, and you're like, I'm not high. Like, this is awful. Pass. Like, that stuff is.
All right.
The Bucks strain is rough.
I was watching my daughter sing "Happy Birthday," and she was having a kind of "It's my party and I'll cry if I want to" moments because like the other kids over here is just pissing her off, right? Like her cousins or something. Right? But then they're like, "Oh, are you ready to sing?" They're like, my girl's like, "Oh, let me take a picture first." And then I was watching that 10 candle melt away, and it reminded me of Baker in the pocket. I think you're right. I think I might pass on that. I might have to pass on that Baker pack.
I was about to say, like, if anything, I'll take a little bit of the Kyle Trask pack, like just like the cheap Kyle Trask, in hopes that he might get a few like starts because of Baker.
Here's my thing, bro.
Being fucking trash.
Kyle Trask couldn't even beat out the blonde bombshell himself. Fucking Blaine Gabbert, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. We're talking about at least. We talked about that on mock draft, and at least Jordan Love beat out whoever the number 2 was in Green Bay, where Kyle Trask.
I mean, it was Blake Bortles. It's almost like they brought him into like. It's almost like they brought him into confidence boost or something.
The boat.
You're gonna beat out Blake Bortles, no problem. But it's a confidence booster.
Blake Bortles was so bad he couldn't even beat out Trevor Siemian on the Saints.
Damn, for real?
The Saints brought in Blake Bortles. He was so bad he got released after like 1 week.
Trevor Cinnamon. Hey,
yeah, they kept
Blake
Cinnamon.
Bortles took his team to a title game, bruh.
Right? Yeah, they beat the Steelers.
They had like the number 1 defense that year, and
yeah, they did. They had a lot of big names
and they
on
had
that defense.
I mean, didn't they beat the Bills too? It was the Tyrod Taylor Bills. It was the year before they drafted. Yeah, it was the year before they drafted.
Oh, that was
yeah, they got into
my finger. That was 2016, right?
Okay,
15
no. That 2017 year is the year that the Jags went to the AFC title.
Oh yeah, it was 17. It was 17. So, okay, it was. The thing was 15 was that year Blake Bortles threw 35 tugs, and he was like a fantasy.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Hey,
with A-Rob the Mob, bro. A-Rob the Mob was a big thing that year.
It was the Allen brothers. Allen Robinson and
Allen Hurns. Yeah, and Hurns. Yeah.
Hey, they were tight, man. I ain't gonna lie, because it would all happen in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, exactly. I remember that shit. They were playing my Saints. They were playing my Saints, and like the Saints had the big lead with Drew Brees and stuff. And then the Jags. Blake Bortles, bruh. Blake Bortles got a bunch of greasy shit. I was like, damn, I almost just started Blake Bortles over Brees.
Here's my thing. I remember I won a Super Bowl. The first year I ever won multiple, it was 2017, and I had put Blake Bortles. I had Carson Wentz everywhere that year, so he died on me in the playoffs that week 14. But he died putting up in the blaze of glory. He died putting up like a 30 burger for me in a weak ass 6-point passing, 1.25 passing yard type of league. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, damn, what am I gonna do here? And I'm like, you know what? Blake Bortles, man. You know what I mean? Single QB leagues, he was just floating around. I was like,
like a streamer. Yeah.
He threw for 5 picks against my Niners that week 16. It was like this when we already had Jimmy that first year, when Jimmy was going on that 5-game winning streak. And I remember Jalen Ramsey. This is how I knew I liked Jalen Ramsey, because they lose that game in Santa Clara. And it was a game where Blake Bortles, he threw for like 4 touchdowns, but he threw like 4 picks or something like that. It was crazy, but it was awesome for fantasy. You know what I mean? But like Jalen Ramsey after the game was like, man, Jimmy sucks. He's like, man, we ain't tripping, bro. He's like, we're going to the playoffs, bro. He's like, we're going to the playoffs, bro. We ain't even tripping. This is a little speed bump. Jimmy sucks. Like, hey, you know,
he kept it all the way real.
So that year, now here comes the week. So then they beat the Bills. And then now here they come, right? They're about to play the Steelers. They're asking Jalen Ramsey, how you feel about Ben Roethlisberger? He's like, Ben Roethlisberger, man, he's not even in my top 5 or 10 or 20. He's like, you know who is though? And this is funny. Fuck, he goes like this. He goes, you know who is though? Kirk Cousins. I was like, damn, he's just trolling. Just out of nowhere, he says Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
Hey, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins. That's funny.
Bro. I think Kirk Cousins, he got into the playoffs for the first time the year prior to that, but like, yeah,
Porky
not
Kirk. Porky Kirk, bro. Yeah, Crispy's asking about Chark. Yeah, we'll get to Chark here in a little bit when we get to the Panthers. I guess that'll be the next team we'll get to.
Let's speed up the process real quick. So, any of the tight ends, you fucking with them? I'm just passing on all of them for time.
I'm passing on all of them too. I think
I'm smoking on the Godwin pack and like the Mike Evans pack. I'm only smoking on the Mike Evans pack if that joint is super late, like double-digit rounds, which doesn't really happen unless you're in like a super flex. But I only play in super flex, so I've seen that happen. And I'll take a shot on Mike Evans for the fact that he has a shot at doing something really cool. And that's being the first ever to have that many consecutive
1,000-yard season.
And beat Jerry Rice. So actually, you know what? Fuck Mike Evans.
Yeah, fuck Mike Evans. I can't stand Mike Evans. Yeah, I'm the only thing I was puffing on a little bit was the Rashad White pack because of the greedy PPR stuff.
That's where I really wanted to fast forward it to get to that.
Yeah, that's the only thing I was puffing
Rashad
on.
White, bro. He goes kind of, but he doesn't go that high either, though. So it's like,
yeah, you get him at a reasonable price, and he'll probably catch like 50 passes. That's a good amount for a running back. I think it's realistic. I think his floor is like 40, and then his ceiling is probably like 50 to 60.
I think he get like 50 targets.
I think he get more than that because like their O line sucks. They're gonna be
dumping. Is he a route runner? Because like if he gets 50 just dump off targets, he probably catch like 40 of them. But if he's like a route runner, I don't know anything about him.
He can.
I should know more about Rashad White.
Yeah, I mean, look at his college stuff. I remember I liked him out of college. I thought he had a good all-around skill set. Yeah, he caught 43 his last year in college in 11 games. Like that's legit. Yeah. 456 yards on 43. Yeah, that's solid.
I like it.
So yeah,
I should really start getting on board with this Rashad White thing.
Yeah, good RB3 for sure. Really good RB3.
Yeah, strong flex play.
I mean, exactly.
I think it's gonna have to come through the air more so for him to give him a floor here because I think there'll be more negative game scripts that should benefit him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I don't think we're banking
exactly. Yeah,
their interior line was really bad for the last 2 years.
Yeah, and they didn't really do anything to upgrade. They had no cap space.
I don't think running between the tackles is going to be like a thing here at all. You know?
Yeah, I mean? it's gonna be because of the greasy receptions. Why we like Rashad White. We just gotta hope he gets like
the greasier the better.
Yeah, about 1,200 yards from scrimmage with 50 greasy receptions. That I can live with that.
You know, last year I was making a case for Rashad White because he was playing with Brady and his name was White.
Right, yeah, he could be the next James White. Yeah, I mean, hell, he did well as a rookie. Shit, I had him in the dynasty.
Man.
I was putting him in one of my flex spots.
Yeah, he was. They were using him. You know, now that I do remember, he was even with Fournette there. They had Fournette in the backfield to pass pro, and they would have Rashad White in the slot.
Yeah.
So you know what? You're right. He did run routes like for real. He wasn't just like a guy who comes out of the backfield and takes a dump off. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that's why I would puff on that a little bit, even though as a whole, I just want nothing to do with it. But if I had to puff on something,
before we move on, Alexander Madison, Rashad White.
Damn, that's tough. I guess Madison because of the offense, because he's probably going to get like double-digit tugs in that offense. When it comes to receptions and yards, though, I think White outdoes him. But I think that with the tugs factored in, I'd rather Madison.
I worry about Baker being able to like have long, lengthy drives, bro.
You exactly. That's the thing. Rashad White, yeah, he'll get these yards and receptions, but the problem is he's probably only going to get 4 or 5 tugs because that offense sucks.
Yeah, scoring.
Same thing with Godwin, bro. Godwin's probably only going to get like a few tugs. The only one that's going to get any amount of tugs is Evans because he's basically their goal line.
I'm not going to lie. There's only one case I make for Godwin. You know what I mean? He has Godwin winning his name. Other than that, like I don't like his situation at all here.
No, he's going to get some greasy stuff. He'll catch like 80 to 90, I was saying. But the thing is, though, he's going to only average like 10 a catch. So I don't even think he'll crack 1,000 wow.
Okay, Candlestick. What up? Rashad White or Alexander Madison?
I'm on the Rashad White.
Okay.
I'm on the hype train.
Okay.
I could see it, yeah, because of the reception.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen this beautiful mug, this is my man Candlestick right here.
What up, Candlestick?
Does say. Hey, he was just asking. He's like, Spencer gonna be out there? I'm like, fuck yeah. You know what? I like it because now we're talking about it in front of our ladies too. Like, we're going. We're booked up and everything.
We're going. Yeah, I need to book my stuff.
Let's go, bro.
Book it up, bro.
Yeah, book it up.
Yeah. Get that. I'll try to get that direct flight. I'm gonna try to get it direct to Vegas.
Yeah. And if you can't get a direct one, look Southwest. If you have to bounce around here and there, it'll be cheap though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I looked at one that looked appealing, like from NOLA to Denver to Vegas. That looked like it might work out.
What was your guys' reasoning? Who are you guys going with?
So
I said Madison because of the touchdown upside. I was like, he's going to score way more touchdowns.
It's like the range where Madison, Madison's been going way higher now.
Yeah, he has. Yeah,
so maybe that was a bad example. But like, okay, Kamara or Rashad White.
Yeah, give me Rashad White, bro, because I think Kamara's going to get popped.
I live dangerously, so I'll smoke on that Kamara pack if I had to choose, right? Okay, look at this. Let's go on to Carolina. Let's get the.
All right, yeah. Crispy's asking about Chark, and then Marty's saying
I'll pass on that.
Panthers head coach talk about Terrace Marshall.
That's that Reggie.
Yeah, same with Thielen, bro. I'm passing on both of those.
I think they'll be the inconsistent like receivers are in Frank Reich's system.
Exactly. Where I think Terrace Marshall.
You know who shines in the Frank Reich system over the years? The touchdown maker and all that shit. Is the guy who was in the slot. Hey, look at here's some annoying ass names that played under Frank Reich. That Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah.
Remember he would fuck around and have like 5-6 tugs, right?
Yeah.
What does that one do?
Stupid.
Harris Campbell.
Yep.
Harris Campbell. And people loved him, the idea of him, but then when it wasn't him,
but it would never work.
It was the other guy, the other no-name fucker.
Oh shit! I know it's Pascal was one.
There it is, Zach Pascal.
Yeah. Shit was stupid. Yeah, who else with the Eagles? The Eagles had I remember they did JJ Arcega Whiteside.
But he never
was a thing. Yeah, he never became.
Guys that became these little like streaming options. They were always the slot guys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but if you do think about it, T.Y. Hilton, though, going back to 2014, but see, it's hard to use that as an example, or 2018. It's hard to use that as an example because that was Andrew Luck throwing the ball. You know what I mean? But, like, that was the last Frank Reich receiver that, like, actually did anything, and he led the league in receiving that year. You know what I mean?
Oh, T.Y. Hilton?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the Frank Reich Eagles. Who was someone that was kind of Jordan Matthews.
Jordan Matthews. But see, I mean, it was Jordan Matthews, Mac Hollins, and Nelson Aguilar. Those were the three like slot guys they had, and like, but then it's really ugly. But that's what I'm saying, though, is because it's really about having the tight ends, and like, so Hayden Hurst Helmsley, fucking maybe he's a thing. You know what I mean? It does suck when you're missing right now this time of year. I mean, maybe if he's ready for training camp, because I think Hayden Hurst had like a hernia surgery or some bullshit. But that's not really that bad. Like as long as he's ready for training camp, because you want whoever to build a relationship with.
Yeah.
Because if this case, I'll make the strongest ignorant case for me would be Sanders or Ningo, because Ningo's there with him right now.
Jonathan Mingo. Yeah, I say Mingo or Marshall. The thing I'm scared about.
I'm not fucking with Marshall.
But hey, I got Marshall in Dynasty, bro. I might puff a little bit on Marshall.
Hey, he was awesome
LSU, former LSU Tiger, bro.
You know why he got drafted there? Because they had Joe Brady there.
Yeah, that's true.
And
but
Joe
he actually did better. He did better though last year down the stretch
without Joe Brady. Yeah,
he's got talent like Terrace Marshall. And then the last year he was with LSU, he was tearing it up. Joe Brady had moved on at that point. He balled out at LSU without Joe Brady.
That's what that happened. Oh no, you talking about from LSU?
No, he went from LSU to Carolina.
Right, Terrence Marshall didn't break out till Joe Brady was gone.
Right, yeah, because Joe Burrow and him had graduated.
Yeah, dang,
so yeah, down the stretch last year, he had some
after. Because Burrow was only there for that 1 year.
Yeah, who was it after Burrow? It was a disaster.
The year after though.
Yeah.
The next year
they were ass.
Yeah, they were really ass. It was the pandemic season. They were so bad. I forgot who the quarterback. Miles Brennan, I think. I think it was Miles Brennan, and then he got hurt, and then they made it.
Neil Brennan's the strange son.
And then Nussmeier, the Nussmeier's son, took over.
Nussmeier.
Yeah, his dad was a quarterback. The kid, Garrett Nussmeier. I forgot the dad's name. The dad was an NFL quarterback, Doug Nussmeier.
Okay, so just how about this?
Yeah,
who are we puffing on in this motherfucking Panthers team?
Yeah, Miles Sanders. I'm puffing on Booby Miles. I'm with JD on that. I think he could be a winner back.
Yeah. I mean, he's back with Deuce Staley. That's a real thing. Deuce Staley was the running backs coach for him in his rookie year, and that's the last time we saw Miles Sanders really go crazy on both through the air and the ground.
Right.
Because Miles Sanders did have a great year last year, but none of it was through the air, and most of it was the fact that he was healthy to like snake touchdowns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, how many 1 yard plunges does that motherfucker have?
Yeah, it was only him and Jalen Hurts. Jesus, yeah. Or the Eagles. I mean, the Panthers won't be happy.
I don't think that goes away for the Eagles, though, right? Miles Sanders just benefited off that line, like and all those offensive weapons that.
I tell you what, bro,
they're just walking in.
Yeah, speaking of the Eagles, bro, I know we'll get to NFC East later, but like Penny, bro, Penny if healthy.
You're smoking on the Penny pack, aren't you?
I mean, I hate to do it, but it's just bro.
See, I know you're.
That's every year.
I don't know. Penny always cut. You know me.
You're getting so cheap. I'd rather the Penny pack in round 12 than the Swift pack in round 4.
I'm really mad at Penny too because a couple years ago I dropped him in the first SBI year, and then he went.
Then he came back and did good. Yeah,
knocked me out of playoff contention, and then
because he had that stretch where he like went off for like the final 4.
It wasn't the first year of the SBI; it was the second year. And
2021.
Might get in that this year. Because we're feeling, we're gonna have some newcomers.
Yeah, we need to get that together. Yeah, see who we're gonna have in there. Yeah, the Spencer Bogey Invitational. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the SBI lives on.
Didn't you say you were thinking about maybe like bringing in some of the TFL folks and maybe combining?
No, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Like Candlestick. Yeah. Like,
Candlestick.
Candlestick was he ran that league for the first 2 years. He beat me in the playoff. I mean, in the championship the first year. Then he knocked me out the playoffs to win it again for a second year, and then I finally won it 2 years ago.
Yeah. Let's get a head count for SBI. I know we're thinking about it. Me, you, Candlestick, Huss.
Mm-hmm. Steezy.
Oh, Steezy's back. Okay.
Peacock, Clock.
He pulled a Deke Bellavia. Yeah, dude, he literally out on the Saints radio. He's like, with 20 seconds left on the clock.
He's like, what he's thinking about. He's like,
clock.
Oops. What's funny is my girl, she's so dyslexic, and when I correct her, she goes, "What do you mean?" Like she doesn't hear it wrong. I'm like, "Damn, you're really dyslexic."
Damn.
Hers is the longest so line. Like that's hers.
The longest so line.
Raising Canes, bro. That long. Like when I walked.
Yeah, I was in the Canes line.
Yeah, that long was so line. I bet. You know what I mean?
Right. It went quick though.
She never does. She's like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "That's what I said." I'm like, "No."
JD and Kev are in, right?
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're in there. So
and Peacock, right?
And Peacock as well, right? And then,
all right, so that's 9.
Then my nephew too. He's basically my godson. Shout out to Devontae. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he's gonna be joined. I know he's in there like swimwear.
All right, Devontae. Okay, that's 10.
Yeah, and then I know Sweetness is still down. At least
Sweetness, okay.
Yeah, because it was. Oh, and then Doc PLC, I'll give the courtesy to invite him again because I know because he does so. It's funny because out of all the leagues that I was in with him for years, he's shitty. He's really terrible, except for in that league. So he never not wants to miss that league. So I'm gonna give him always give him the courtesy. Last year he couldn't make the draft, so he didn't join. You know what I mean?
Right. Drilly was me and him were split the pot.
And then I know Drill's out this year.
Drill's out.
Now, shout out to my man Drill though.
Yeah, he's out.
Don't call him that shit. He'll fuck you up. You know what I'm saying?
Drilled. Pause.
Well, I mean, because I was the evil stepbrother on their show. It was the Bears bruising their brothers.
Right.
And the evil stepbrother. Bogard. You know, it's a Bears show, but I would just come on the show all the time. And then, they would call
the evil stepbrother. That's funny.
And it's funny because, when I've seen them flash on motherfuckers, they call him Drill Dough because they thought it was cool. I was like, nah, bro, that's not cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't know because I'm the evil step, bro. You know what I mean?
Hell
yeah. Man, shout out to Drilly. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah. So we just would need 2 more spots if we're going to keep it a 14-man joint.
Get it?
Trying to think who else was in that thing that we're forgetting about.
Oh
yeah, BW. Have you talked to BW anymore?
No, but I haven't heard from him
in a while. Maybe invite him back. Yeah.
Well, because my man BWB, right? Just for context, y'all, he's one of the greatest dudes ever, bro. And it's crazy because
they're talking about a Smokey Bogey Invitational, which is now gonna be a Spencer Bogey Invitational because Smokey's not gonna be able
Smokey's
to do it
taking
anymore.
a year. Well, Smokey's only playing in his main home leagues this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we forgot about Steamboat. There it is,
Steamboat.
Yeah, Steamboat's in there. Yeah.
So
okay, well, that's 14. If BW and Doc are on the fence, but if they both come back, that'll be our 14.
Yeah. Because if not, I mean, and then this one is.
Yeah, they said Jimmo was out because Jimmo wasn't fucking with IDPs.
Jimmo was like, if IDPs are in, he's like, if you take IDPs out, I'll pay for your team. I was like, nah. He
hated IDPs.
He always gives it a shot, and every year he's like, every year, man, you guys dupe me into this shit. I'm like, but you wait forever every year to grab a guy, or he reaches too early on Roquan because he's a Bears fan.
Yeah, he just hadn't figured out how to do it.
Second round Roquan. I'm like, you probably should have grabbed a QB there. It's a super flex. I mean, he didn't actually do that, but I'm just saying, I've seen him do wild shit because he was just fed up with it. But he's over the type, he'll just trade. You know what I mean? He's the Sag, bro. He just gets in there.
I know that JD, the Sag, and him comes out with the league, but he's just wanting to trade all the time.
All day. You get me, Gemmo, and JD. Trades being made, bro. We go crazy. And you know what I like is that when it's not us, if we got somebody like Magoo, shout out to Magoobs. He goes crazy.
Magoobs goes crazy. And Titans, Uncle Buck.
Okay, bro. If you ever want to dance, you go straight to Titans, bro.
Titans loves to dance. Hell, Titans wanted to dance so bad I accepted the first offer he sent me in that joint. I was like,
Candlestick said this. Candlestick said he always shoots me offers. Here's the thing with with Titans. If Titans shoots you an offer, that means, hey, I'm gonna overpay you right now. Whatever you got, I want it, and I'm ready to overpay.
Yeah.
Listen, you have to look at those offers. When you see Titans in there, you at least have to take a look at it. Because he's the type
he loves the dance.
He'll lowball the fuck out of you on the counter. But when he wants something from you, he's gonna give you this tremendo, oh, okay. Like a starter, even, you know what I mean? Because then I never be like, ooh, this is so good. I go, ooh, this is really good. Let's add on to it. You know what I mean? Because it's Titans. He also loves to dance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he loves to dance. Yeah, between him, Magoobs, and Uncle Buck. God damn. Yeah, Uncle Buck hadn't really been dancing too much. He'll be talking shit in the chat, but he don't really.
He started getting mad about people not dancing with him.
Well, maybe he'll start dancing again. Then. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been even trying to dance much lately, but Titan sent me that offer that I was like, that's just too good. That's just too good.
That was a really good offer for Judy because he sent you that looking for who did he want from you?
He wanted Elijah Moore.
He wanted Elijah Moore so bad. He was like, here's Jared Judy plus. Yeah.
Well, he wanted. Well, he got an IDP off me too.
14. I might have made 14 trades in the 14 in the last month. We're going crazy. Everybody's going crazy.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, because someone sends me an offer I can't refuse. I tried. Bernie Mac sent me a trash offer, and then I countered him with another trash offer.
Okay, you want to know what makes me upset? Titans, he out of nowhere is like, I want Treylon Burks, right?
Oh yeah, he did that with JD.
Yeah, but like that same week, like literally the hour that he accepts or that he makes the deal with JD, I'm sending him Breece Hall and Devontae Adams, and I wanted CD and some miscellaneous something else I needed. You know what I mean?
So you just really want a CD then?
I just wanted CD.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I wasn't giving him the backup to Breece Hall either. I was like, okay, let me see if I could do that and hold on to the backup. You know what I'm saying? But like he watches the show all the time. You know what I mean? He's like, man, you're just trying to dump Breece on me because you're scared of him and shit. You know what I mean? Because I don't fuck. I mean, it's tried and true. I just don't fuck with the running backs that year after the ACL. And
yeah,
maybe Breece Hall's the next AP. I don't think so. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the odds are against you. Yeah, the odds of that were very low. He defied the odds, but for the most part,
there's so many recent examples of this too, and we're only better at science, right?
Yeah, it's like
like Saquon, torn ACL, 2020, 21, you don't want him. 22, balling, right? I mean, Dalvin Cook, 2017, tore his shit. 2018, don't want him. Right, he played, but he was ravaged with hamstrings because that's also the most common injury that they get after ACLs is a hammy because it's connected to your hamstring. You know what I mean?
Watch. I guarantee you, Breece Hall misses like 4 games this year with a hammy.
Remember Chris Godwin?
Same with Javonte. Yeah,
it's not as bad for Chris Godwin for receivers, right? And it's not as bad as for Chris Godwin because he has God and win in his name.
Yeah, he only missed 2 games.
but see, you remember that first week though, he catches a ball,
yeah,
he rolls, and when he rolls to try to like stretch out his legs to get it on the white line, he's right.
Yeah,
remember he fumbles it and he had a hamstring.
Yeah, he popped his hand.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. And he's a receiver where you have more control on you because you know which route you're about to run. It's not like a running back where you gotta like cut on a dime, like you know what I mean. And it's just your natural reaction, like so you're just high risk for those hammies, and it happens. J.K. Dobbins tore his shit 2021. 2022, don't want him. 2023, though. See, and here, I'm all about him. You're the dog.
You're right.
And then what are they talking about? We want to give him more, but we got him all the work. Throw the ball. They're saying that today. Contract year. Give him the money.
Yeah, contract year.
They're not going to give it to him, but they're going to be like, hey, we'll give you the money. Go get it. Boom. They don't give him shit.
Yeah, like Josh Jacobs, they slap him with the franchise tag.
Right? But you know how that year goes. Yeah, because when you hold out, though, see, this is what I'm scared of Josh Jacobs is not being conditioned. Okay, Debo.
Yeah, like Debo, yeah.
He said it, right? Debo's like, I was watching film, looked like shit last year. You know why? I was trying to get that bag, blood. You know what I mean?
I respect his honesty.
100% true. Hey, when your son played football, right? When did they start conditioning before the season, right? Like 2 months? Yeah, right. Like if you're not conditioning, like you're gonna see it on the field.
Yeah, you're gonna be slipping. Yeah, because everyone else is conditioning. Like it's like the whole thing. If you're not hustling, someone's gonna out hustle you. Like
I'm saying,
you gotta stay hustling.
And then he got the illest thing is he could just sign that $10 million. Well, at least I got this $10 million on the table. You know what I mean? I'll come back right before week 1. And then here's another thing. There's another layer to that. I worry about too is that they run it like they're Belichicking them because it's McDaniels where he'll be like, well, Zamir White really looks good. You know what I mean? And to play that role, like, yeah, fuck you, Josh.
Yeah.
They do that type of shit. Or don't let him come back and make a mistake early. You know what they did to Josh Jacobs last year? They're like, man, you're about to play in the Hall of Fame game, bud. Remember that shit?
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. We were all panicking, like, oh my God, Josh Jacobs is in the Hall of Fame game.
They made him all the way earn it.
Yeah, that's insane. Josh Jacobs, wasn't he the league's leading rusher last year? Yep. And he played in the Hall of Fame game, which is usually like you only play like your third strings in that bullshit.
Hey, everyone slept on his ass too.
Yeah, I got an SBI. I won the SBI because of him. I waited till round 5 to take a running back, and I got him in round 5.
Added to it though. That added. Here's why people hate Josh Jacobs. One, a couple years ago, when he got on Twitter, remember that? There's like. Look, play. Then he doesn't play, and he's like, I don't care about your fantasy teams. He says something like, I might be paraphrasing, But like, and then people hate him because
because they were all in his mentions, and then he clapped back.
Fuck that year too, but it didn't show it in his ADP last year.
Right? Yeah, everyone hated him,
and then they're like, "Oh, you put him in this new." You know, in my case, I always hated Josh Jacobs, but here because he's a Raider, and I just But here's I made the case for him, like he's about to be in the same system that produced shitty ass Damian Harris the last couple years. Damian Harris was like a double-digit touchdown motherfucker. I'm like, at minimum. And then they bring in Dante Adams. I'm like, oh, what?
Yeah, that's going to open up the play action. Yeah.
It's a wrap. Yeah. And it's Derek Carr. He's like, safe space Carr. You know what I mean? I'm throwing that
right. Yeah.
Stay close to me, Josh.
White Jesus will save you too.
Right? I hate it. You know why, too? Because you're a Niner like me. Kev's like, I didn't even see it coming either. Right? We just hate him. He just came off a phenomenal year prior to that. We just fuck the Raiders.
You're right. Yeah, speaking of, let's say back on
dumbass in our leagues as a Raider fan that's going to take him hella early. Like draft him they got lucky because they got him at the ceiling.
Yeah.
He actually hit it.
Right. Yeah, let's finish the Panthers. We went over most of the
alleyway, but still hit it.
We went over most of this.
He was on a gang of fucking. Last year there was people that were mad at themselves. They were like, we're going into week 17. Man, I'm so mad at myself. I should have listened to you. Just start Josh Jacobs. Doesn't matter if it's the Niners. Remember that?
Right. Yeah, I remember that. I was like, I gotta start him.
People that didn't play Josh Jacobs. Like, what?
They benched him.
He rode you all the way here. You know why? Because they still hate him.
Yeah.
No respect.
Yeah, league's leading rusher still hated.
I think I like him more than people hate him. And I found out he's half Filipino. Did you know that? Yeah, I didn't know that. Found out, I was like, oh, no wonder. It made sense. Give him my padre his money.
Fuck yeah. Well, yeah, the Panthers, we didn't go over Bryce Young. Are you puffing on that Bryce Young pack or no?
No, because there's still crazy people that they drafting him up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah,
I mean he's in the redraft super flex. I'll shit.
Yeah, I'll take him as a third QB, not as a second.
Yeah, why not smoke on the pack? See, that's the thing with super flex redrafts, though. Is like you're never gonna have a quarterback that gets picked up unless he's one of them backups for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like these rookies are gonna get drafted even if they're not said to be the starter. You know what I mean? They'll get drafted before the backup even. Like, say they go, oh, Gardner Minshew's gonna start. Somebody's still gonna draft.
Yeah, they're still gonna take Richardson
over on getting Minshew later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I come in there like a dickhead and take Minshew, and I'm like, I give you Minshew for Cub.
Yeah. Hold him hostage. Yeah, hold him for ransom. Fuck yeah. So
thanks for coming.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I'll puff on the Bryce Young a little bit. I'll puff on the Miles Sanders and then receiver. And I'll puff on the Mingo and Marshall a little bit. I'm not puffing on the Hayden himself. I'm not puffing on the Adam Thielen, and I'm not puffing on the Chark.
I think it's just gonna be like they're more DFS plays to me.
Yeah, best ball, yeah.
What's crazy is Huss actually pointed out when I was talking about like the ugly like slot receivers over the years in the Frank Reich system. Like he was like, man, watch Thielen's gonna have like double-digit touchdowns again, like just out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like 400 yards receiving, but he has like fucking 9 tugs and shit. You know what I mean?
You never know.
A tight end out there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it might be worth a flyer.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. See, we should do a podcast. My first idea of the podcast. So Candlestick.
You and Steamboat.
Well, yeah, it was me and Steamboat, but the Candlestick was my first partner. Like it was like, listen.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Yeah.
But he was the backer. But it was funny because we always make a joke like he's the silent partner. Because the first couple of episodes we record, he would chill, we were just getting loaded, but he's just quiet in the background. So then, and it was only audio. So then it was a run-on joke like, yeah, we got our silent partner here. Right, he was never there though. Like, yeah, he's here. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
yeah, my man Candlestick. But yeah, but one of my first ideas was like, if when we're doing visuals, like, man, I'd be sick if you're just in the background, like Phil. Like, I don't know if you remember this, but Tom Green had a show, and in the background he had a window, and there's just the dude back there. He's drinking a coffee, just hanging out in the background. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Actual Tom Green show.
Yeah. You remember that shit?
No, I don't remember.
So the Tom Green show, like this is like with the Tom Green show, it actually morphed into him like doing like more skits, or not skits, but like like pre-recorded shit. But the early iterations, he was on like a set, like a night, like a talk show.
Right.
Then he would have the window in the back of
I
them.
remember that.
And their dude was sitting in the back. He was just in the window drinking the coffee and shit. You know what I mean? And he wouldn't say nothing. Here and there, he would laugh and stuff. And then he would just act like he wasn't there and shit. You know what I mean? But it was just so random. Like, man, we got to do that with you in the back, man. Just drinking a beer and shit. But here and there, I'd ask, you know what I mean? Like, hey, what you think about that? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? He'd be a tiebreaker.
Have something pre-recorded.
Right? He's just, you're always there. A pre-recorded answer. All right, we're gonna take it to my man Candlestick for the tiebreaker. Oh, just right. Anytime I need you to break the tie for me. Yeah, see, it's settled. All right, let's go on. Let's go on to let's save the Saints for last.
Yeah, PB and waivers soon. And I know he's an ATL guy.
Yeah,
ATL clearly has the best skill players in the division.
My man PB Dub, man. Shout out to PB Dub. What are the Falcons?
Yeah, he always gives me shit because I know he's.
What do they say? Rise up? Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Rise up. Look at that. And then they got the Blue Chews. The Blue Chews is their new sponsor, the new team endorsement. The Blue Chews, rise up, brotherhood.
28-3. I can't help myself.
I don't like it when you bring that up. I take that personal. That was Shanahan. Was funny.
That was really Shanahan choke job. Yeah, because it's like, come on.
You know, I gotta say this though. Shanahan did say he's like, people always ask me like, well, why did you not run the ball there and secure the field goal? You know, the field goal position or the field goal range.
Yeah.
Because instead he tries to take a shot at Julio, and then that's an incompletion. Now they're in a third down, a third and long, and then he takes this big sack. Right?
Stupid ass Matt Ryan.
Like this, and goes, well, I have Julio fucking Jones. I'm gonna take a shot at the end zone. He's like, people say, oh, you should have secured the 3 points because it's Brady on the other side. He's like, I was trying to put up more than 3. It's Brady.
Yeah, because he knew Brady was going
to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just shows how much he respected Brady. That he wasn't.
Yeah. And then he didn't. Then he chose Jimmy over Brady. Fuck you, Shanny. Fuck Shanahan, man.
I feel like Shanahan, as much of a genius as he is, sometimes he just makes bad decisions. Bro. Like he's a genius, he's a mad scientist, but sometimes it's like kind of like Sean Payton was.
I remember
like
week 1,
too.
Right? Okay, look at this.
I feel like all those offensive-oriented coaches are kind of like that.
Here's a perfect example.
That was Devonta Freeman's fault on the blitz pickup.
Look at this. Check this out. All offseason last year, remember I was beating the Isaiah Pacheco drum, right? And I'm just so fixated on being right about him, right? Because I was like one of the first ones on him, and the people are like, what the fuck is that? Like, but then like,
right, yeah, 7th round rookie.
Week 1 comes around, right? Right? He already broke out. Hey, Candlestick son, he was like, hey, John Dodson break out. Come on, right? He already done broke out. You know, all right, look at this. He goes, what's that man's name? Who was I just talking about?
Pacheco.
Oh, Pacheco, right? So it comes week 1. And then we're watching, right? And then like it was one of the, and then you go, damn, Bogey, you really started Pacheco, Bogey. What is wrong with you? I'm like, gosh. I wanted to be right. You know what I mean? You're like, you gotta wait on those things.
Yeah, I remember we were on the phone about that, and you were asking me, and I told you, I was like, wait on it.
Like, nah, I'm feeling it, bro. And yes, at the end of the season, he was a viable asset, maybe not greatest from week to week basis, but flex worthy. Like I wasn't like I was championing to be nothing more than an RB3. So that was cool, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, it's even I, as a Sagittarius, it's about being right half the time. Like these non-style points that I don't need. You know what I mean? Like Shanny, like, listen, bro, we're not only blowing them out, we're about to keep piling it on. 28 points, fuck that. Let's go for another 7. You know, they don't even put up any more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what the?
And it worked the wrong way, but what if it worked the right way? You know what I mean? Like, see, and I've been on both sides of that all the time. I'm always taking the swings, bro. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm trying to flip ETN. It's kind of crazy because, like, in the 16, because I'm like, I got some interesting offers, but I'm like, man.
Yeah, we might have to revisit the Tyreek Hill joint.
Yeah,
I was wanting a lot from you, but I mean, hell,
ETN and Watson And Singleton was like my last like iteration, I think.
Oh, well, I think they Deshaun. I was like, okay.
Nah, I don't even got Deshaun.
Hello, ladies. Hey, where's Derek? It's like you're motorboating some titties.
You gotta motorboat the titties on that part when the saxophone goes crazy.
That had me laughing so hard. I was just like doing some work for Bet Nola and heard y'all do. I was just like, this is great.
Hey, you know what's funny is like I laugh the same way like that when I rewatch sometimes. Especially like Jeopardy. I was so juiced I finally won.
Oh, you won the I saw y'all did one with that last Monday night.
I was dying how desperate I wanted it. I was like, hold on. He didn't form that shit in the phrase of a question. Fuck that. He doesn't count. I was like, y'all did it to me. I was like, fuck that shit. It wasn't even like they didn't give me the points or they're like, it just didn't count. Cause like I yelled it out without a fucking saying it in a goddamn form of a question. That Jeopardy thing though. You gotta come on,
do that one time. Yeah, for sure. That sounds
man,
fun.
we gotta get, you know what I mean? It was tight too, because those fools that came on, they knew some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, who came on this one?
It was the Fourth and Flex guys.
Oh, okay, sick.
Yeah, they're it's kind of cool because they're gonna actually have a show now too, because they got their own thing going on, and they've been in a bunch of our mocks and stuff over the last
right, yeah, Bandy and TB, right,
and Trey,
yeah.
Trey. I think there's another guy. I think that guy you're talking about. I'm not sure, but yeah, I know Trey and
Bandy and Trey. Yeah, they're the ones that. Yeah, they did mock draft Mondays with me before.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
All right, look at that. See, that's some universe shit for real though.
Oh yeah.
That is cool.
I know them. Yeah, Fourth and
names come and go, right? But the ones that you always see around still, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like even Kyrie, I saw Kyrie hit me, bro. Because he got a number. Yeah, he was like, oh, he's just been working and shit. But he was like, but it was coming off. I'm trying to send the force to him because he's out there in Vegas. So I'm like, you know what I mean? I was trying to get him to link up with us that last time we were out there. But anyways, so not only because I wanted to get, I was like, I still got something in the can with you, bro. Like I need to edit still.
Right,
you know right. Like, because I was gonna use it on your shit. You know what I mean? Just throw you solid. You know what I mean? So I was on the table. You know what I mean? If you're going, because like I'm like, once we get to season, you know what I mean? If you bring back the money, the guru.
I plan on bringing it back for the season. So yeah. Sick.
Hell yeah. And then but yeah, it was funny because when I'm talking to Kyrie, he's like, I'll be looking at Instagram like, man, Bogey's not on Instagram and all. He's like, but then I'll look on your shit. Like, you guys are live all the time. I'm like, because it's not like I'm like the Instagram shit is like you really got to be on that shit, or you just fall out of their own algorithm. Because out of nowhere, I wouldn't even see your posts and shit until it'd be like days later.
Yeah, that shit sucks. How they
be
do
like,
with the algorithm.
Like 4 days old. Like what? It is, right? Yeah, because Candlestick was fucking with it tough before when you were doing like the what are the vinyls. Yeah, he was fucking with like some Disney collectible shit. You know what I mean? That shit was big. What was that like maybe like almost 10 years ago, right? Something like that, 8 years. Yeah, that shit was crazy, bro. And like someone had hacked his IG. Because that shit was popping. His IG was popping. You know, that motherfucker was steal your shit.
Yeah, I'm lucky mine never got hacked, considering how much it popped off there.
Yeah? And they still operating? Oh shit. I remember this one time Peacock was asking me for all these money favors. I was like, oh, this is not Peacock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Peacock got hacked.
I was like, Peacock would never have. Yeah, and then Peacock, I read the text, like, don't respond to this guy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to ask everybody for money like he's the Give Me Money network.
The Texican took it over. Her Robbie, one of those idiots.
You asking the wrong, you barking up the wrong street, brother.
Yeah.
I am the one who asked for the money.
Exactly. Give me money.
Give me the money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got a Zodiac question for you, Bogey. Do Capricorns normally work well together?
Capricorns?
Like two Capricorns, like in like as far as like trying to build stuff up. Like
I'm like, okay, so I'll just regurgitate what Huss always says, being a Capricorn, is that like when he did that reading with Ricky, Ricky was like, yeah, he was like, you're a Capricorn, like you're like these like really like you climb the mountain just as fast as you fall off the mountain down. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Yeah, the reason I asked.
Extreme highs, extreme lows. And we were breaking this down because we actually were doing the thing with that was the first initial how Ricky got involved, and further than just being like a guest. It was breaking down the zodiac aspect of things, right? And he was talking about how the Capricorns, the highs and lows, man. And he's like, look at Lamar Jackson. You know what I mean? And I was
the reason I ask, and it makes sense. You know what I mean? It makes sense.
Because your dad's a Capricorn, right?
Yeah. Okay. The Saints, Drew Brees and Sean Payton, Capricorns. Drew Brees a January cap, Sean's a December cap.
I mean, look at this, because like Sean Payton, he goes from like wins the Super Bowl, next thing you know, man, they're getting all his coordinators getting suspended because they're like
bounty gate, bro. Yeah, it goes from the highs to the lows. Yeah, they do Drew Brees. Drew Brees wasn't as much like, but even him though.
Career was that? Come on, but, his whole career was
that's true. Yeah, he had the shoulder and stuff.
Yeah, he probably has arguably the best second team quarterback story, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you could say Peyton Manning or maybe Brady.
Drew Brees is better, because Brees did it so much longer.
And like
the meat of his career was with the second with the Chargers. Team. Yeah,
if he stays with the Chargers, he probably has that same career.
Something that there was like a big decision over him and Phillip. Remember, he was a rookie.
Yeah, they let Drew walk because they wanted Phillip. They picked Phillip. They picked Phillip over him. Yeah.
I mean, they drafted Phillip Rivers, right? To be
right. They drafted him as the heir apparent.
In there. Guy.
That had to be a hard ass decision because that year that footballed out, right? Drew Brees.
Yeah. Well, because it's the quintessential light the fire under someone's ass.
Yeah, because they drafted Phillip Rivers.
Kept winning Super Bowls because they had Steve Young behind him. He's like,
because Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers with
Patrick
Mahomes. Drafted him in 2004, and that was Drew Brees' breakout season.
That was his last year.
Patrick Mahomes, they draft him to the Chiefs. He sits behind Alex Smith. Alex Smith has a career year, throws for 4,000.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. They draft Jordan Love, back-to-back MVP.
For real though.
Brady.
I never thought of that one. Damn, that was
Aaron Rodgers admits that it pissed him off that they drafted Jordan Love. Like,
I mean, they didn't get him no fucking weapons.
Yeah, exactly. The Chargers are stupid for drafting. Yeah, the Chargers actually had drafted Eli Manning.
You know what's crazy too is if you think about all of Rodgers' weapons, he did have to develop all of them. Jordy Nelson was like a second, third year guy.
Yep, Randall Cobb. James Jones.
Devontae
Greg
Adams,
Jennings. All the homegrown.
Christian Watson probably was on that route, on that trajectory. If you could,
he was the next man up. Yeah.
What? He was, guys, you never seen a physical specimen like this type with Rodgers.
Yeah, last year, all the tugs he had last year. Yeah, that's why they Garrett Wilson with Rodgers.
What is Garrett Wilson? He's like he's a 6-footer, huh? 5 foot, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he's just so talented. Like him and Rodgers together is just gonna be like.
I've been drafting a lot of. I've been taking Garrett Wilson over like Amon Ra and all them like stuff like that. Like AJ Brown. I've been doing that in some of those dynasties.
Oh yeah, for sure in dynasty redraft right now. I have Wilson. I have Wilson over Devontae. I have Wilson 9 and Devontae.
Candlestick a deal, right? I forget where he had in one of the two leagues. You're in both of them. But I sent Candlestick an offer for Garrett Wilson, and I texted him a screenshot of it. Then after I took it down, I was embarrassed myself. I was like. Man, I was like, this guy's gonna laugh if he even looks at it. I was like, let me just take this down.
Yeah, like Kev says, come correct.
Yeah, you gotta come correct, or else they're gonna talk.
I didn't even look at it. I'm so busy.
He texts me though. He's like, oh, okay, I'll check it out. Nothing. And I was like, you know what? Don't even look at it. I took it down.
No, I think you took it out because I didn't see the.
Yeah, I was like, I told you I took it down. I was looking at shit. I was like, nah. Yeah, no.
Come correct. See, I'll send you one Candlestick.
You better come correct.
I'll start getting active right now. It's time to warm up. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it has been a crazy year though. And that's your first year in Dynasty too, huh?
Yeah, first year.
Yeah, same for me. Yeah.
It's all about the offseason. You'll learn that. But see, that's the thing though. He didn't miss out on nothing because it really it gets hot like training camp. That's what everyone's.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this period, I wasn't even trying to dance right now. Yeah.
like if you have rookies right now, like if you have Tank Dell right now, right? There's gonna be a point in time if Tank Dell is showing out in training camp, like you'll be able to flip Tank Dell for something redonkulous. Like a
exactly, yeah, because people
like
get
Tank Dell, plus, and then some other shit, and then bring back like a Higgins or something. There'll be some crazy guy, and I'll be like, yeah, man, I'm telling you, just Tank Dell or like Ringo or
someone who likes somebody,
right? It's really, you gotta find it. What's the worst thing to do is like putting that player on the block, right? Because then you'll have to funnel through the shit offers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I never post anyone on the block.
That's why it kind of has to be like a bluff for somebody else that you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or like I'm going back and forth with someone making a deal, and I go, man, fuck this. That player you want, I'm gonna put him on a block. You know what I mean? Just see if it works. Any kind of psychological. Because I've seen people do that to me. Like, oh, now you put him on a block now. Because you know what I'm saying? I almost never go after players that are on the block, because most of the time people put players on the block that they don't want. Nobody wants them. I'm like, why did somebody put Kareem Jackson on the block? No one wants him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I usually put players on the block that I feel like I put Jerome Ford on the block because I feel like it's a player that's kind of trendy right now, and someone might want him.
On the flip side, I just take those trendy players and throw them in as throw-ins to sweeten up whatever deals I'm trying. But the worst is like when I'm going after a player that's like no one ever even think about moving, right? But then they go, damn, he's giving me all this, and they put him on the block. I'm like, this son of a bitch.
Why does this want him,
Yeah, or it's even like, look at what I can get for him. You know what I mean? And then CeeDee Lamb gets traded elsewhere. Still mad about that shit.
Yeah, that shit's
and then they start using that. Hey, look at what I'm getting offered. You know what I mean? And they start using that as, see, what's funny is like, at least we have the same cast of individuals in that 14 side. You start to learn by this point, we're going into year 2, and I've worked, you know what I mean? So I know about how a lot of these motherfuckers operate. It's a very active league considering all the leagues.
Yeah. McGoobs annoys me, but I guess I need to try to start working.
I love McGoobs for it though. Like, okay, I
don't know. Something about him annoys me, but I guess he's been sending me offers. I've just been kind of ghosting him, but I mean, he's like, I need to just try to dance. Look at this. I'll try again in a few weeks with him because it's like he was sending me some kind of shit offers.
No, but I don't use it. Like he counseling as most people listen to the podcast and they say, yeah. And he laughs like,
yeah, McGrew might be listening right now.
Because Candlestick knows me. I would go out of my way to help someone because I don't want the good fantasy karma. Not use something to get the bad fantasy karma, because it'll fuck you for life. It could fuck you up for life, bro. You don't want to do things wrong.
Like the Taysom Hill karma, bro. Like Smitty's fucked for life.
He'll never win ever.
You're right, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, his. Oh no, there was just it was the last year.
He kept Taysom Hill as a tight end when he was the quarterback, even though the website made him ineligible at tight end.
And people, the whole league doesn't want it no more. They're like, you need to take him out. He's like, no, I'm the commissioner. Then he puts out like content about it.
Yeah, he's like, we're gonna take a vote on it.
You're talking about the dude that makes the shoes and all that?
No, that's Jada Plug. He's cool. Jada Plug is cool. Jada Plug, I ain't gonna lie, Jada Plug's kind of a weirdo, but at least he's cool though. You know what I mean? Like, he's a weirdo. But Schmitty's the guy who looks like a gym teacher. Yeah,
the fantasy football show.
He's hella serious too. Like I remember this video. I'll never forget this video. It was like, first of all,
you're watching the fantasy football show.
The dude we always shitted on.
Yeah, but hold on. It's the dude filming him, right? And he's sitting in a chair in his studio, and he's like fucking with the keyboard, and then he gets up and he starts walking, and whoever's filming him is walking backwards. So he's just walking. You want me to take Taysom Hill out of my flex? He's like, look at this, y'all. He's like, ESP. He's like, if your lineup doesn't need to make any changes, don't remove them. That's the cheat code. He's like, that's the
I don't think Smitty really does collab. I did a collab with him a while back, but it was just like, I don't know. I mean, I have nothing against him, but it's just funny though, because it's just like people that take themselves so serious. Like
that's why it's funny to me though.
You can't help but clown them because they're just like,
it's like hella mad, bro.
thing with the fucking counselor. It's like those guys are just
get over
yourself.
Hey, check this out. Hold on. Me and Candlestick used to die, bro, because we all of a sudden out of nowhere, this guy counselor comes out of nowhere. And like I remember it was me and Candlestick here, like we were hardcore with the fantasy shit. Like we went to go watch footballers live even.
Yeah.
We're on the way up, we're getting faded on the way up, drinking some Henny. And I go, hey, bro, I remember I turned the music down. Hey, bro, you ever heard of this fool, the fantasy counselor? And we just started dying, bro. This guy was so serious, though. And
he's the worst. He makes Smitty look chill.
He worked with him.
No way, really?
He was going to be like, he was his apprentice, his young Padawan, bro.
But Spencer, he already saw that. He was too,
I saw through it.
He was too strong in the force.
I'll give it to him. He knows how to fuck with the grab and all that.
I mean, but still, though, I mean, he did like before.
Yeah, I went to the fantasy football convention with him.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But he was like really awkward at that. He was basically just like, yeah, I'm gonna go network. Here's some money for lunch. He gave me threw me like a 20. I was like, all right, sweet. And then he just like he didn't really like to talk. I mainly would chop it up with his co-host because he was just like out trying to like network and stuff. He was not on the. Actually, we did have the collab with Brad Evans. That was cool.
And you know what's crazy? Okay, hold on. I remember here's what I always wondered, because I would ask Candlestick, man, what do you think he is? What is he like? Like, is he like an Indian, white?
I want to say
he's from Canada,
Middle Eastern. Where's he from? He's from Canada.
He lived in Canada. He lives in Canada, but I don't know his last name is something with a
Robert
K.
Conrad, right? Or what is it?
Joseph Camo or something.
There you go. That's what it was.
It's Joseph the Fantasy Counselor.
Joseph Robert, he'd go by. Joseph Robert, yeah.
2018, he popped out of nowhere, and then all of 2019 and 20, he was like already polarizing. Like he was polarizing for being so bad.
Yeah, exactly. But he'd be like
a parody account, you know?
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah. But he was serious.
He would be in the shower.
Yeah, shower rant.
But he has like all his clothes on and shit. I'm like, what are you doing in the shower, bro? He's like, something real serious to say. David Montgomery, first round. He's like, why are you yelling in the shower with all your clothes on, bro?
David Johnson, first overall.
I mean, the 2018, like chasing it down, like that was stupid because that was just like chasing the number one guy. Like he should be first. Duh. You know
it was because David Johnson endorsed his brand or some bullshit. It was so biased.
So it was him that cursed David Johnson.
Yeah, it was him.
And
Kareem Hunt. He cursed Kareem Hunt too.
Hey, followers were on his ass too after that season.
Yeah.
He flopped, right?
Because he had like this method, right? Like 10 players, 10 rounds or whatever.
Yeah, the
like,
Cuddy system, 16 rounds.
Okay, that's so stupid, man.
That shit was a fucking.
I mean, he was the young Padawan. He quickly became the master. He was like, "Listen, I got a whole entire nation, bro."
Exactly. Yeah, we had to I was young and dumb back then.
It's funny because Candlestick known me forever, but this is how my life is. I go from making fun of a guy to like, bro, you know, I work with the guy that was really the truth. Like he had the guy that was the truth though. Like he saw Spencer like, oh, this guy's good. Because that's how I saw Spencer when I said, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. You know what I mean?
He turned on me. He turned on me as soon as I started disagreeing with him. That was the thing. It's like he had to kiss his ass. It's like Donald Trump.
And then he went and got the blonde chick then, huh?
I think he fired her.
No, but I mean, after you, he brings in the blonde chick.
That was a few years after. After me, he was still collabing with like the bald guy and then some other people. But then it's like he he's just got even more of.
Was the bald guy? Was that the same? Is that the same? Is that the fantasy bald guy?
No, that's a different bald guy.
Okay, different bald guy.
Yeah, the bald guy was cool from the convention. He was his name was
man too.
Yeah, he was a lot more of a conversationalist in the counselor. He could actually. He told me about
the
his
counselor seemed like he was like trying to be really intense all the time.
Oh, definitely.
Like,
yeah, especially when he was with Ronald Jones, you'd have thought there was like a drug deal going down or something. He like
Yeah,
gave
he
him like
paid
a
like
fat,
a Ronald Jones
gave
a
him a
block,
fat
right?
wad of cash. Yeah, like I was like, damn, what's he selling? What's going on here?
hey, this is Ronald Jones. You listen to you're listening to fucking boom, 3 bands.
I was like, damn, what council? Are you gonna get your dick sucked too with that?
Yeah,
That's
okay,
a lot
look
of
at
money,
this.
bro.
I don't think I've ever told Candlestick this neither.
So back in 2020, when we were working with that other channel, right?
Yeah.
And
God.
I remember Jay the Plug, you know, he was working with us too. And like Jay the Plug, he sends me a screenshot, and it was like a email asking if he wanted to do like an interview type of shit because they're gonna do a network, and it was the fantasy counselor. And then he goes, hey, I think this is a scam, y'all. If y'all get this, don't even open it, right? And then I go, I just happened to be looking. I said, I think I got that same email, and it was really hit them though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're trying to recruit people to their network.
And I was like, man, fuck that shit. That's how I found out that you used to work with him.
Yeah, because you asked me about it. Yeah.
At one point, you wanted to bring him on too, just so you could shit on him.
Yeah, I wanted to bring him on. I was like, we got to get in the game. This is how we would get drunk on a Friday because before we did the podcast, we talked about it for like an entire season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I was like, screw it, we're doing it now. I had all the stuff, you know what I mean? But like, I remember like we would have all these ideas like, you know what? I just start beefing with the counselor, bro. Bring that motherfucker on and just destroy him. I even said, I was like, man, I'll even pay him to come on. I was like, I'll pay him to come on, bro.
Yeah, I mean, if you paid him to come on,
he would have came on.
I'll
destroy him.
One dude on the ground for fantasy too.
Yeah, and I remember I love Pat
he's
Mayo.
not it, bro.
I don't want this content no more, but till this day, I love Pat Mayo because he's the one that really truly inspired me to do like podcast shit, right?
Yeah,
and Pat Mayo, I kind of modeled my shit after him because Pat Mayo is like, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna bring on everyone who knows what they are. Today we have on blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I remember when he brought on the council, he goes, well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know who the fuck you are, but you're like the biggest thing on Instagram. Here you are. Everyone's a fantasy counselor. You know what I mean? And then like, because he knew he wasn't shit either. That's why I love Pat Mayo. Like that was how he introed him on the show. And he came on there real serious. My 16-round method, and this and that. Like he was always like trying to sell or push something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this guy is so fucking funny because he's so serious. I don't know, man. You try to get me on the joint though. I don't follow him. Yeah, I actually had to stop following him.
Yeah, please don't follow him.
I can't.
You will lose brain cells by following him.
You know, he's really out here winning leagues, B. At the end of the day, it's not exactly because you know why? I can't stand that shit. Like because when I wasn't doing content, I used to like when I would be torn, I would seek. I used to be like, I can't ask none of my guys in my league because they're gonna steer me wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I would. Like this is how it was back in the days. So they'd be like, let me go off this.
It won't sorry, PV and Dub. He said wants to do a podcast. Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, listen, hold on. Thank you, PBW. You actually reminded me what we're doing here.
Oh yeah, Falcons. I gotta finish the Falcons. All right, John Ritter's son.
Yeah.
Buffer pass.
Falcons. Okay, listen. We're smoking on the Bijan pack. Let's start there.
Yeah, we gotta smoke on
but
that.
Who are we smoking on that pack over though? You know what I mean? Nick Chubb or Bijan? I'll take Bijan.
Oh, Bijan, that's easy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just starting low.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, get the exercise going. Yeah.
Okay. Bijan or Taylor?
Bijan
or
Eckler.
I'm taking Bijan still.
God damn. So you got Bijan too? CMC or Bijan?
Take CMC. Come on.
Okay, so you got him CMC, Bijan, Eckler.
It is B&B now. Remember?
Okay, wait, Bijan or Saquon?
Huh?
Bijan or Saquon?
Ugh. See, I still take Saquon.
Damn, so you got Saquon second overall among running backs?
Yeah.
Fuck, even with the contracts.
And then I even like Najee a lot. I just don't know where to I don't know how crazy I want to put Najee up there either.
Najee's not
Bijan over Najee.
Najee's not efficient enough, bro. Najee.
These are like Najee, all the work and the
I know, but Najee's so inefficient. It's so ugly.
I don't care though because he was hurt last year.
He was inefficient though, even as a rookie. Like his career yards per carry is below 4. That is.
I ain't tripping. The line should be better.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I like Najee. Najee's a top 8 for me. I mean, my rankings right now.
Okay, here's one thing. It hit me like I had a mushroom epiphany about this yesterday, actually, about Najee. So Najee was wounded last year, but he was never hurt enough to miss a game. So, but they love him so much that they were like, all right, well, you and Jalen Warren will split. And they never do splits because if the guy's healthy, they give it all to one guy. That's the Pittsburgh way. You know what I mean? I'm back on the Najee thing. Like, look at what happened when Najee got fully healthy last year. In the playoff stretch, ball.
Yeah, I got Najee in a dynasty startup in the end of the second round. So I was like, in a single QB.
Single QB, that's great. I was about to say, super flex. He's like on that 4th round. Love him. I've got him in the 5th in some startups this year because he's one of those guys too. It's like people hate him because they had him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's easy. That's easy. That for me and Najee. I mean, come on. Stevenson's in that Belichick back.
Yeah, I'll take Najee over Stevenson.
Yeah, because with the Pierre Strong's going to be a thing this year. I think.
I still think Stevenson. It's just, here's the thing: Stevenson will never go that high though, because he has the Belichick back. It's just, the Patriots backs will never. It don't matter how much you produce. He was a top 12 back. Was he 9? What was Stevenson last year? I mean, and then you go on Damian Harris the year before that. He was top 3 in rushing touchdowns. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it'll be like it's just because it's Belichick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like people are just be spooked naturally. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have a lot of teams where I go receiver early, then I bang off Najee and Stevenson in some order. You know what I mean? That sounds lovely right there. You know what I mean? Or I'll even wait further and then I hit the Damian Pierce, fucking, that range of guys, and then now even further, you got like the Cam Akers and David Montgomerys and Brian Robinson's keeps falling because people think Gibby's going to be like
Rashad White, Kamara.
Kamara in there. Alexander
Cook. Yeah. J.K. Dobbins.
It's really only like CMC or Bijan that I'm taking in the top, and maybe even Saquon that I'll take in the top 15 in a single QB. I just don't think running back should be going early, period, bro.
Damn, you'd really today in the single QB mock, I took JT and the King Henry back to back.
Back to back. Where were we at the back?
The 10
spot. That makes sense.
Keeping it old school.
Yeah, that's old.
I went the old school route.
I mean, over there, I'm looking like Tyreek Hill and something.
Tyreek Hill was gone. He was he went 4th overall, bro.
I'm thinking like
I almost went CD. CD went
like
12.
CD swing around.
Amon-Ra. I had Amon-Ra too.
Wilson, Amon-Ra.
Yeah. I just wanted to try it. And I was okay with it. My WR1 was Debo, actually.
I'm not mad at that. I mean,
and I had Andrews. I took Andrews in the 3rd and Debo
I think everything's all good. Everything's all gravy. You know what I like too is the fact that Brandon Ayuk's being like pinned as like the super breakout because it's like Debo's just going to be a value this year. Yeah. And like the way if it's any of those guys, Brock, if it's Brock or Darnold, you know what I'm saying? It's always going to be short. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Debo's just going to be an
extension. Safe space Sam,
Yeah, you know what I mean? But then if it's Lance, that's where it's like, I don't like any of them, bro.
Yeah, Lance is going to run so damn much.
I don't like anyone.
It's like back to the Falcons. Who else?
Yeah. I was saying for the Falcons, I'm puffing heavy on Drake London, bro.
Yeah, okay. Over who? I want to know this.
I'm taking Drake London. I got the Drake London over Chris Godwin. Drake London over Jerry Jeudy. Drake London over Scary Terry. Drake London over Christian Watson. Drake London over DJ Moore. And y'all ready for this one? Drake London over Calvin Ridley.
And you're taking him over Calvin Ridley.
Because it's like everyone's hyping the fuck out of Calvin Ridley, and I'm just like, I'm tired of it. I love Ridley, but you missed the boat on Ridley.
If you want Drake London, you got to take him over all those guys anyway, too, right? You know what I mean?
Not necessarily. I feel like Drake London's kind of getting slept on as opposed to Ridley. Everyone's like
London or Higgins.
Higgins. I'm still
London
going
being
Higgins.
the number one, quote unquote, and Higgins being, you know.
I'm still going Higgins because the Bengals, that's a pass first offense. The Falcons, that's a run first. So,
okay, what about okay, Drake London or Olave?
Oh, it's still Olave.
Okay, Drake London or Drake London or Waddle. How much do you loving on London?
Not that much. I'm still going Waddle. I got him as WR in redraft WR 19. So
I mean, it's hard to like the Jared Judy's probably where I'll be like, okay, I might give.
That's the same area, right?
Yeah, like
I got Judy 21. I got London 19, Ridley 20, Judy 21.
Bunched up with like after the Amon-Ra's and AJ Browns and then Cooper Kupps and it's like Waddle and like
Olave,
Monte Smith, Olave, and London's like grouped up in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, London's in the same tier. I mean, London's I'm kind of torn. Like he's up there like Debo, Metcalf, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper. He's in that tier.
We need them to be a team that like if you throw it 25 times on average, I think I'm okay with Pitts and him.
London.
Like,
Ayuk or London, easy London.
I'll take London.
Yeah, for sure.
It's 2 run first teams also, but that's what I'm saying is like they're gonna be we gotta hope Ritter throws at least 25 times a game.
I think he will because like Bijan's gonna get some Pitts, like and then
I'm just saying though, like what if there's I mean I guess maybe we should look at their schedule.
And that's the unknown too.
Because they
see their schedule. Yeah, I'm not looking.
I mean, think about this: the Falcons in their division, they have the worst run defense out of everybody. Like he already has 6 big games for Bijan, right?
Yeah. All right, here's their schedule.
Okay.
All right, so home against the Panthers, home against the Packers, at the Lions, at the Jags. That's a favorable start. Those should
maybe week 1 is not the greatest for him because the Panthers are great against the run. But like, yeah, he's about to run all over the Packers week 2.
Oh, I thought about Bijan. Yeah. Oh. Home against the Texans. Ooh, that's juicy. Home against the Commandos. At the Bucks.
The Texans could be sneaky bad matchup for a run game too because they're changed. They got my man.
D'Amico Ryans now.
Change that thing.
Then at the Titans.
That's a wait and see.
Yeah. I don't have a Niner hat on, so it sounds like when I wear a Niner hat, I can just say that shit and really mean it. Like, yeah.
Home against the Vikings, at the Cardinals, home against the Saints, at the Jets
and the Cardinals. Yeah. So then the Saints and the Jets, those are bad.
Then home against the Bucks. There's a fantasy playoffs now. At the Panthers, home against the Colts, at the Bears.
Dude, that's terrible. But you know what it is though is it's more favorable through the air and that when you look at the schedule. Because I was looking at it from the scope of Bijan right now, right? Now if you look at it the same schedule again, look at the secondaries they're playing. You know what I'm saying? It starts to get a little better. You know what I mean? So maybe for our Londons, okay. Now let's look from the scope of London. Week 1, J.C. Horn. Week 2, Jair Alexander. Week 3, who do they got?
The Lions.
The Lions. Sutton. Okay. So Cam Sutton, he's decent.
Yeah, right? Then the Jags is
the Jags.
Tyson Campbell, I think.
Yeah, they're young back there, so they're not really. Yeah. It's really the safeties that are notable over there.
Then the Texans, Stingley, that's tough. Stingley's the number 1. The Commandos, it's
they
Fuller,
got
I think Kendall Fuller
and Forbes. It's Kendall Fuller, but he's the nickel. And I don't even know if they brought him back.
Hey, it's a rookie. They brought in
Dantzler, Cameron Dantzler.
They had Deontay Banks, the rookie.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the Bucks. Yeah, they have a good corner.
Because Washington, again, that's another one of those ones. It's really about their safeties over there with fucking Cameron Curl and.
Oh, yeah, and they had a Forrest Gump. Yeah, Forrest Gump. Yeah, I got him in the dynasty.
Very right. Yeah, those are gimmies though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then the Falcons have AJ Terrell. Oh, wait, no, Bucks we're talking about because Bucks.
Carlton Davis.
Yeah, Titans
smoking him.
Titans are gonna get smoked. They don't have any good corners.
Too. I don't know any notable.
Vikings, they're gonna get smoked.
No, listen, bro. They brought over Byron fucking Murphy, bruh.
You think he's good? He's
yeah, bro. What? Look at his numbers from last year. Look at where he was ranked last year.
Oh yeah, the Brian Flores effect. Yeah.
No, but see, he's coming over from Arizona where he was killing. Remember, Arizona was really bad last year on defense, but you couldn't. You wanted to temper your expectations on your number one receiving options because they were shutting out number ones because of him.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I see.
That was a really big grab actually for him in the offseason. They paid him the guap too.
Oh,
yeah, I think the Broncos were in the mix because they had Vance Joseph over there. You know what I mean? But so because he's the one that drafted Byron Murphy to the card. Am I saying his name right? Is it Byron Murphy?
Yeah, it's Byron. Yeah.
Okay, because I know there's other Murphys and there's a Brian Murphy too.
Yeah, it's Byron, and then he gets the Cardinals. Then they play the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I don't know who their number one is. Then they play.
I don't know who. I mean, who is it now?
They
brother?
suck.
We're about to be so bad.
Yeah, he's gonna dust them. Then the Saints, Lattimore. Lattimore's still respectable.
Yeah, I mean,
the Jets, Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner.
Mike Evans. I think it's Drake London.
That's true.
Lattimore gets dusted. Come on,
Sauce Gardner though. That's tough.
Yeah, I think we might need to temper our expectations a little bit on Drake London.
But he has a lot of cake matchups though. Yeah, he has to face Sauce.
Do you have London anywhere? Oh, I heard Candlesticks. I'm out on that London transfer. Hold on, do you have?
No, his schedule's not that tough. Come on.
That's a pretty rough schedule of cornerbacks he's about to face.
It could be worse
on a run first team, but the fact that it's even worse for the run defenses that they're about. I mean, on paper, because
that's what I'm saying. It's all on paper.
These numbers are only based on last year. That's given me an opinion, even to begin with. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or just like how any ESPN or anything you look, CBS Sports, whatever you choose to find your strength of schedule rankings or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? This
hell yeah. Kyle Pitts puffing or passing.
I'll puff on him, bro. The world hates him. He goes pretty late.
That's true. He's post hype. You know, a lot of times it's post hype. You can. I'm not puffing hard, but I'll take a little hit.
It's also too like he's coming out the surgery. He definitely is gonna fuck around and shoot up in ADP when he's running out there in training camp, and you know what I mean? Because what did he have last year? Torn MCL. He had something, right? I don't think it was the ACL.
Was it an ankle?
I don't know. I might be remembering wrong. I just remember he got hurt. They didn't have nothing to. I mean, they still had something to play for, so they didn't.
Yeah, MCL. It was an MCL. You're right. Yeah.
He
should be good. Yeah, it's not like an ACL.
Yeah. Well, because the MCL. I mean, here's one thing. Like, you remember Aaron Jones? He used to always miss like a couple weeks out of the year. He would get an MCL sprain. And then, like, I remember the fantasy doctors, I used to really follow their content. He was like, it'd probably be better if he just completely splits it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like, or else we're just going to always see this with Aaron Jones. You know what I mean?
They got Dylan there. So, yeah. So, speaking of post-hype, Dylan goes hella late now.
I love it. Oh, you mean my man, the Jewish jackhammer?
Yeah.
The kosher killer?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Jewish jackhammer.
He's a Jewish cat. Yeah, bro.
The Jewish jackhammer. I love it.
He's got it. Yeah, call him up. He knows. Bro, how long you know AJ Dillon? You didn't even know that. Long time. AJ Dillon owes some money, though, actually.
Oh, shit. But, there's really not much else with Atlanta to really worry about. I mean, shit, Matt Collins. That ain't worth puffing on.
Ritter.
Oh, yeah, John Ritter's son. Yeah.
Okay, John Ritter's son. Okay.
I guess I'll puff on it as a 3.
It's the Black Threes company over there, bro. You got him, London. I mean, no, you got he's Mr. Oh, really? No, you got him in 16 for sure. Yeah.
I used to have him in 14. I traded him to Titans. To get Danny Dumbass.
I'm in 14 of these leagues, and I watch everybody's moves. I was like, no, you don't. I was like, you have him in 16.
Damn,
Ritter's very interesting though, because he's so late and he has these dope ass weapons, right? And he might run around a little bit.
Yeah, he can run a little bit. So I like him as a 3. He's kind of like Sam Howell, I feel like.
Yeah,
Someone that you can get dummy cheap.
Him and Sam Howell and fucking I'd rather have these guys as a third option in the super flex.
Right. Yeah, they're good third option.
These are the only places wherever these guys ever become interesting for the record, you know what I mean? But
thanks a lot.
Because most people play in single QB and they go like, what the fuck? Fuck Sam.
Well, yeah, no, you don't want any part of Ritter in single QB.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, I could see him being bye-week streamers, especially if they're running. Like I could see him being streamers in single QB.
Yeah. Okay. Would you take a chance on Mac Jones or take a chance on because Mac Jones goes pretty high.
I'd rather Ritter and Howell over Mac Jones because at least they can run. Mac Jones is a statue, so fuck Mac Jones.
Yeah. I think Mac Jones.
He has no rushing.
I think he's gonna figure out he was in the wrong career the whole time, like Phillip Rivers. How Phillip Rivers probably would have been a gold medalist shot putter. You know what I mean? The way he threw the ball, but he just
that quick release, bro.
Mac Jones was a thespian. Mac Jones would have been one of the greatest Broadway actors we've ever saw. What? Have you ever heard him sing? Voice of an Angel. Mac Jones was a thespian. He belongs in the theater arts.
Yeah, he missed his calling. Damn, what a shame.
When he got drafted?
What, the walk?
Yeah, man, that's the walk of someone that's going up to accept the Tony Award. And the Tony goes to Mac Jones for the Broadway rendition of Stop or My Mama Will Shoot. Yeah, bro.
All right, it's getting late out here. Yeah, I want to get to the Saints, but I want to do one more Falcon. Al Boo Boo, Tyler Algier, puff or pass.
I mean, I think he'd chew games out in positive game scripts, where that's probably where I'll look at him if I was like a DFS play. But that's pretty much it outside of a handcuff to me.
That's true.
Yeah,
he'll probably pass
because he's a big bruiser guy. You gashing him up. You gashing him up with Robinson all day, and then like if you got a lead that you need to protect, I think that's where he comes in. Will they have a lot of leads to protect? Probably not.
Exactly. Yeah, they're gonna be in a lot of.
So he's probably just a handcuff.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, we brought on Pitts. I said, yeah, I think when we would take a piss. Here's my Pitts take in a nutshell. Overtime from my man Candlestick is that I am puffing on the Pitts pack because he goes so late. People hate him. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's a tight end, but if you're doing drafts now, it'll last. Enjoy it while it lasts, because once he gets to training camp and he's running around again, he's coming off a torn MCL, which is not that bad. You know what I mean? Your MCL is probably better after it gets torn, because most of the time these players, they're nursing like these partially torn joints, or like it's stretched so much that it's gonna pop eventually. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know Bakes a lot. I think I'd still rather Howell and Ritter. I mean, even with Hopkins, I mean, Mac Jones, that helps him, but he's still just going to be a pocket guy to where it's like, I don't know.
I mean, it's just the defense, like, the defense for New England.
Yeah.
Is so good. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Unless they figure, like, see, the only, like, here's where Belichick, or I think he would be, if he was like, all right, our defense is going to be really bad this year, guys. We have to run it up. This is our game plan now. Run up the scoreboard. That's not their game plan. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah. And then Mac Jones, like, I think what we're gonna expect from him this year for fantasy is like, I think he gets close to 4,000. You know what I mean? Playing a whole year. I mean, he was hurt hell last year, bro. He was hurt, and then he made the mistake of like speaking on Belichick. Remember that? He's like, I don't like what we're doing over here right now. And he's like, oh yeah, well then I don't. You about to not like being on the bench.
Yeah, if I play Zappy.
Zappy Taffy.
Yeah, Zappy Taffy.
Oh, Zappy.
Oh yeah, Zappy Tappy. Yeah, he's a good super flex stash.
Who?
Zappy Tappy. He's a good super flex stash.
Yeah, what was his name? Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey. Bailey Zappy. Yeah,
that's what his mom was faded off of when she got impregnated by him. The Baileys. You know what I mean? She's from the old school where you name your son after where you name them after where they were conceived, or what. Because in the South, how many Jamesons is in the South? You know what I mean?
For real.
Your mom was off that J-Mo that night.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Anyways, okay.
All right, my Saints to cap it off. Mascara Man himself. Are we puffing or passing?
You know, it really took the one of the guys that was there that actually drafted him to be like, come over here. No one wants you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna go talk with the Jets. Yeah, go see what they'll give you. We'll be here.
They wanted Rodgers.
They used Carr to try to leverage. Hey, Rodgers better come over here. Don't let us get Carr now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like when you're trying to get the girl, like, oh, I'm talking to this other girl, and then the other girl, yeah, right, yeah, bullshit. Yeah, you don't want her. Like, that's not a Jets viewed Carr. This is a side piece.
And that's exactly how everyone felt about Derek Carr. I swear to God.
I know, right? And the Saints try to dress him up as if he's like this like great franchise QB. So I'm gonna be
the league settled for him. They're like, well, we felt so bad that his brother was supposed to be good. Well, I mean, come on. Listen, I bias aside, right? If I was just to base it on what I saw for 10 years of Carr, what is it, year 10 he's about to be in? I saw for 9 years of Carr. You know what I mean?
Bogey is conceived on a golf course.
A hole in one? Did you say about my mama? Oh, because I'm a bogey. Hey, hold on. You're damn right. Because in golf, a bogey is terrible. But see, I'm 1 over par in life. Drop the mic. What? See how I flipped that on him? Call me bogey again. What's my name, boy? You know what I'm saying? I'm way above par.
But I mean,
I'm Kevin Costner.
The Derek Carr take.
We're dropping another one. Okay, Derek Carr take. I mean, I take him over Danny Dumbass.
Woo!
Take him over Watson.
So you're puffing on that Derek Carr.
I don't like Danny Dumbass. I think that's an outlier. That's a rushing QB that we need to have rushing to make it all work.
But he should rush again. Like he should run again, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
And they got him more weapons. They got him Waller, the Baller, and Jalen Hyatt now, like in Paris Campbell.
That did not move the needle at all for me right now. Run those names again. Darren Waller.
Darren Waller. Paris Campbell. And the rookie Jalen Hyatt to stretch the field.
On it right now. He said, hold on, Brad. Danny Dumbass got some weapons, bro. Darren Waller. Hold on, I said it. Paris Campbell. It sounds cool.
And Jalen Hyatt. Like it's better than last year when it was just all he had was Buddy Haji and Freaky Ricky J.
Exhibit A. You know what I mean?
He had a career year with them.
I'll take Derek Carr because he has Olave and maybe Frankenstein, former Frank.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas really is fucking Frankenstein high. Like they're about back there right now working on him a new leg.
Yeah, he really is. Yeah, honestly, I hope you're right about Carr. I mean, he's got the weapons. He's got Thomas, Olave, Shaheed, Taysom, Joanna Man Johnson, Foster Moreau.
And here's one thing about
Kamara, Miller.
Here's one thing that Derek Carr and Daniel Dumbass have in common is that they tend to get himself in playing from behind situations. You know what I'm saying? But like for Derek Carr, he's not gonna run in those situations. He's gonna throw.
That's the thing. That's why I'm not really pumping on him for fantasy because he doesn't run.
I mean, it's mind you, when we're in this range of these guys, we're talking super flex. I don't think in this division they're all super flex QBs, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the super flex. I'll puff on it. I'll puff on it.
I'll take the highest out of all.
Especially if it's hustler format, I'll puff.
Yeah,
because he's gonna pass a lot.
I would take Derek Carr. How about this? I guess Derek Carr is one of the guys I would put in the mix where, you know what, I'll just wait and take Desmond Ridder or Sam Howell.
Yeah, for real. I'd rather wait. Yeah.
I'm like, fuck Derek Carr. That guy sucks. But here's what's cool about Derek Carr. Olave. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna hurt Olave either, though.
Yeah, it should help Olave.
And Olave could be.
Yeah, look at Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is a top 5 receiver.
You're making my case, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Devontae Adams was like, he was really mad. This year's like, man, I got Jimmy, bro.
Yeah, he's like, no one hit me about this shit. Like he said that on his Instagram. Yeah, he was like, no one hit me about this shit. Like he was so mad about having to be with Jimmy.
But see, here's the case I'll make. at least he's still gonna get garner a 30% target market share. It's not like, I mean, unless Jacoby Myers, my baloney has a first name, is like, you know what I mean? Like, gonna walk in there and take a 20% market share. Like, I don't know. I mean,
he is a McDaniels guy.
McDaniels
like loves
Adams
him.
and Jacobs, and like,
yeah, it's still gonna go. It's still gonna run through.
Austin Hooper's there. What? Just like
Austin, Michael Mayer,
Michael Mayer,
Hunter Renfro's still there.
What? The oldest man in the face,
right?
but it's crazy is because they're still there though. It's not narrowed down at all, so it's gonna be hard. And like, it is gonna be a former Belichickian guy running that system, right? Where that slot receiver eats as a bitch, right?
Yeah.
Edelman, it's all PPR. It's all.
The thing is, though, this isn't Brady though running the show. This is fucking Jimmy who sucks.
But Jimmy got that quick release though, like Brady. You can look it up right now. This is interesting, actually. Look it up. It's a Tom Brady, Jimmy Garoppolo side by side comparisons, right? So this is only after 5 games with Jimmy with the Niners, but like, it's fucking ridiculous because he sat behind Brady for so long. Someone did like a little side by side joint of all the way they're throwing and the cadences, everything, because he carried all that with my Niners. You know what I mean? He took all that shit, the cadences, and that's what's cool about Shanahan. Shanahan, like, if you think about Greg Roman, everybody said the same red 80. You know what I mean? They had the same cadence. You know what I mean? Right? Fucking anyone in the Sean McVay right now, they do the turbo set. You know what I mean? They all say it. Sean Taylor's system's the same thing. So you hear Burrows say turbo set. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just,
yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, Shanahan let Jimmy keep all his cadences. Like, they worked around that. You know what I mean? It's all just Tom Brady rip-offs.
Yeah.
Green sounds exactly like him, bro.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers, the Aaron Rodgers classic.
You know what I mean? He keeps that 3-step drop back, keeps the elbow super tight, and just torques that motherfucker, and it goes out dumbass quick. 2-point, whatever the fuck.
Quick release,
Yeah. So, but then it's like, because Adams is not that guy, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I'm worried about Adams. I don't want any part of Adams unless I'm getting him in the mid to late second of single QB.
I'm not going to have any Adams in redraft. I'm buying a lot of Adams recently, though, in Dynasty.
Yeah, you can get him dummy cheap. Yeah, redraft. I'm not going to take
for him even.
Yeah, because people are going to be like, they're going to look at his stats from last year and be like, oh, well, that's Devontae Adams. Like, the casuals are still going to take him up high, not knowing that Jimmy's going to. And Jimmy's hurt, bro. Jimmy's probably going to miss half the season, bro. Jimmy's
Jimmy has produced guys. Jimmy has produced Debo's being the second overall receiver in the league and in fantasy, right? Only Cooper Kupp. But look at this, though. What was that year? 21? Debo went crazy?
Yeah.
It was all, like, even if you just, we won't even talk about the rushing shit, right? He had like 1,400 yards receiving. I think 800 of them, 800 plus was yards after the catch.
That's what I'm saying. And Devontae's not really a yak guy.
Yeah, right?
I'm telling you, the Raiders are gonna suck this year. They are going to suck.
He doesn't throw outside the hash. Yeah, that's Rodgers' bag. You know what I mean? that over the shoulder, the back shoulder, that's all going away. Like, at least he still had that back shoulder with Carr. You know what I mean? Like, because that's Adam's signature maneuver right there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Okay.
I got something for you to go to. All right, let's finish the Saints before we go down another rabbit hole. Let's finish the Saints. Olave. I mean, we're puffing that. Like, come on. That's that good. That's that straight from Cali. Ellis Green's good shit. Shout out to Kev.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Spencer. That's top stuff right there.
Exactly.
I love the idea of Olave because, man, we just saw what, like, Olave is a down the field guy going all the way back to Ohio. Like, this is what he does.
Yeah, he's a field stretcher.
So, like, the big plays will be there.
He's gonna beat Devontae Adams in the Saints.
And like I said, too, like, Carr is a terrible game manager. He gets himself in those situations where he's playing from behind. Like, you know what I mean? They're gonna chuck that thing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I'm
not the most
saying,
cerebral
I'm thinking realistically because hey, maybe this is the best situation.
You know what Derek Carr is? He's a dumbass version of Drew Brees. Like I feel like for the Saints, like, he's gonna be similar to Brees in a lot of ways, but he's gonna make way more mistakes.
Quick though. I mean, look at Brees with Peyton those last couple of years. They weren't calling. They literally had to like put in Jameis Winston to go down the field. Remember, like for a play. Right? Like it's like now you're just telegraphing that Drew Brees can't go down the field like that.
And Brees was still pinpoint though. Brees was very efficient, and they were getting yak and stuff. So the offense, even though Brees' arm was shot, the offense was still effective because he wasn't making mistakes. It was all short shit. So like,
yeah, I mean, look at Michael Thomas. He ended up having the most receptions ever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the noodle arm Brees, like
ADOT that year was like 8 yards or something like that. That's pretty fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, Drew Brees, like, I might have a noodle arm, but I'm still gonna move the ball. Like we're still gonna score points.
I fucking loved it. Yeah. It is like Drew Brees in that sense. Only you have a guy that can still uncork it.
Right. But the thing is, he's gonna make a lot more dumb decisions. Like, so he's not cerebral.
I'm definitely on Derek Carr over like guys like Danny Dumbass. I'm serious because like, what if Michael Thomas is healthy? So now you got a guy you could favor short, and then you got a guy who could rip it down.
I'll tell y'all this: I have to give me Derek Carr all day over Matt Stafford. I see people wanting to pull up Matt Stafford. I'm like,
okay with Stafford.
Fuck Stafford. Stafford is shot. Bro.
No, but see, here's the thing: it's Stafford is just as long as he doesn't die.
He's gonna die. Him and Jimmy, it's like you're just they don't. I ain't fucking.
Okay, on paper, their defense is about to be bad, bro. They got no more Jalen Ramsey. They got, Bobby Wagner's gone. I mean, we need Ernest Jones to step in.
Their defense is gonna be really bad, but so will their O-line, which is why I'm scared Stafford's gonna die on us.
It's a good point. I mean, O-line is one of those things, though. You get a good combination of guys together to play as a unit. You know what I mean? It's not far-fetched. You can see it one, like, look at Chicago. They were graded one of the better run-blocking lines last year. Maybe it's skewed because they had a mobile QB, but, like, they were one of the worst the year prior. So I kind of don't really – I only emphasize the bad offensive line things when I need it to support my case when I'm hating on someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Last one here, but I gotta go here in a minute. But Frankenstein, are we puffing or passing?
Shit, bro. I want to puff on him, bro. Hella late, but I just never get to because someone beats me to it. Because I just keep waiting. I'm like, it's the 10th round. Maybe I take him. Nah, I'll take Romeo Doubs or something, or Brandon Cooks or something. And then and then someone just seems smart when they take Michael Thomas like in that 15th round or 16th round. I'm like, yeah, maybe I should have taken a shot there.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it.
Waiting because I'm like, fuck that. And then you know what I mean? Then you just then you're like, man, I should have thought of that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because when healthy, he's gonna put up numbers. Like Derek Carr is gonna pepper him. He's gonna be the slot guy.
Not really a tight end to speak of, right? Like those guys.
Yeah, he's gonna be the Hunter Renfrow.
I mean, I like what you said better earlier though about him being like them being able to call those same plays with Breeze. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, what they used to with Breeze, like because like Derek Carr just want to go short. I think his career ADOT.
Yeah, safe space Carr. Yeah, and Thomas will love that.
Yeah, his career ADOT is dumbass short.
Mm-hmm.
I think I haven't looked at his recent one though, because I know going into last year was short. Because I was trying to make a case of shit on Adams. It's funny because they're like, here's the thing though, because Adams coming off of the year he had with Green Bay, him going into the Raiders last year, he was like a 1-2 turnaround guy when he should have been like a top 3 if he was still with Rodgers. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, which Watson ended up getting a lot of that. What could have been? Well, I mean,
Watson or Carr?
Wait, Deshaun?
Yeah.
Oh, Deshaun. Easy.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I was about to say
I think Christian Watson. I was saying like he took over as the one down the stretch and was starting to put up some nice stuff with Rodgers.
Oh yeah. I mean, but see, that's the thing though. It all happened in 5 weeks. Those 8 touchdowns. That's really like it's. And then you got to look at those defenses they played. It was all bad secondary, so there is that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd rather have Romeo Doubs.
Yeah, I got Dobbs tonight in the mock. I got him dumbass late.
Hell yeah, right? Feels good too.
Yeah, it's my fifth receiver. I was like, fuck yeah.
Like I understand people was on the Jordan that Reed thing, just Jordan Reed, Jalen Reed,
Jaden Reed.
I mean Jalen Reed, but see, man, if you want to
talk
about history for the Packers, bro. If you don't have some kind of draft capital, you're just about to fall through the woodwork, bro.
He's got draft capital though. He was a second or third round pick. Him and Luke Musgrave, I think, could do well. They have draft capital.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Jalen Reed, huh?
Yeah, he was a day 2 pick.
Heard nothing about him.
Yeah, I think we're gonna start hearing about him. He's gonna be their number 3. It's gonna be Watson.
I'll have him killed. I don't want none of this. Fuck him. Stay out of my way, my Romeo Dobbs. You don't want no part of this.
God, you love Dobbs.
I'll take him out the game. You know why I like Dobbs? Because he's gonna go hella late. And it's that stupid Isaiah Pacheco thing, right?
Yeah, low hanging fruit. He's gonna get all the volume.
Well, because here's the thing, though, it's like I actually have a legit take on the Romeo Dobbs thing, and this was my immediate take since before all this offseason really came around. I said Rodgers not gonna come back, and now you're gonna have Christian Watson taking double coverage and triple coverage and shit like that because they're like he's capable of last year.
Yeah, they can watch him on film and be like, yeah, we gotta stop him.
And see, if it was Aaron Rodgers, he'd be like, watch this. You know what I mean? And I'll put it right where it needs to be. I'm not gonna stay away from Christian Watson if I feel like it calls for it. Jordan Love would probably be like, I'm gonna go to this guy.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
And then like they're saying he's being favored in practice and stuff or mini camp and whatnot. So there's that. But like I think what's funny is that Jordan Love, man, it's history. If history is real, bro, this guy's magically gonna be good, bro. Or is this just the end of it?
I hope it's the end of it. I'm sick of
Packers are stopped. They're just the end of their luck.
I think because they went through a lull like in the 80s where they weren't good. I think they're gonna
as long as we've all been alive, we've only seen them have one of 2 QBs.
Exactly. I think it comes on in. I think Love will be good for fantasy. He'll put up ugly kind of stuff.
Isn't that so bad? That's the only take I can make for Love. You know what? Well, he has history on his side.
Well, that's the thing because he's not good. Like he's not good. Like he's got a big arm. Like he'll sling it and put up some. He'll be kind of like what's that fucker's name? The one that like he throws a lot, but he's not that. I like the way like Blake Bortles was. He's like the next Blake Bortles.
This might be the first bad Packers QB we see in our lifetime.
In our lifetime. Come on, Bakes a lot.
Crazy.
The next Mahomes.
I mean, you see some organizations like the Browns, they've had like 50 QBs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Brandon Whedon, Johnny Football.
Right? Yeah. I mean, even as trash as Derek Carr is, like, that's the best QB they ever had statistically, I think. Yeah.
Who, the Raiders?
Yeah, fact check me.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's what he was saying. Like, he was like interviewing him, and he was like, yeah, I was like their all-time leader and everything. And then when they benched me, my wife cried. When my wife cried, I knew that was the end.
I knew that was my wife's mascara running. I know it's mine running. I knew it was bad.
Good night. Poor Carr. I hope he does good. I'm rooting for him. I mean, well, I got to root for him. He's my quarterback now, but like.
He was like, I'm so upset I'm going on a drive.
Did you get a car jersey or no?
Nah, I don't think. I got an Olave and a Taysom.
Okay, will you put some mascara on?
All right. I'll make a bet right here. If the Saints get off to a 3-0 start, I'll put on the mascara.
Yeah, yes. Oh my God, I'm rooting for them.
I got Carr's number 4-0.
But nowadays, like straight men can pull that off, and they just be like some awesome punk rocker shit, or maybe like some
I'm going to the punk show. Pirates. I'm going to the punk show. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. There you go.
I've been to some DIY punk shows out here. Those are fucking sick. I love those things. At the skate park, they've been fucking mosh pits going. It's freaking wild out there.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Hey,
so fun.
I went on like a series of shows with this band called Melvoy Mouth Rock. They're from Diego and shit. And the lead singer. This fool was he was a half Spanish white dude, and he could speak fluent Spanish, so his songs were like half Spanish, like and like the bitches used to go crazy, and he be in there, like,
he
was androgynistic as fuck, bro. Like he looked like a broad. And he was out there with 2 broads and shit, like you know what I mean, 2 broads on, and they're all on ecstasy and shit. Like he was the man, bro.
Hell yeah.
He would have the fucking. He had this one song in Spanish. It was like a ballad. And when he was singing, he would cry, bro, because it was like a deep song. No, it was like a deep song, like a dedication song or whatever. I couldn't understand Spanish, so I don't know. But he would cry on demand, and the bitches would go crazy. His mascara's running and shit. I was like, this guy's a showman. How does he turn the tears on?
That's how you get the bitches, bro.
3-0.
Hell yeah.
Tears of joy. Tears of joy. That mascara's running. Okay, what's the first 3 weeks?
Cap it off. That's it.
What's the first 3 weeks?
Let me look at the schedule.
Yeah, I feel like he needs a schedule.
Yeah,
I feel like he's not confident in those first 3.
Let's see. All right, yeah, so the openers, it's the Titans. Shit, they might do it. The Titans, the Panthers, and the Packers. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Fair fucking makeup, bro.
Hey, but you know what, though? It's a good thing, though, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're in New Orleans, bro. It's like, it's a
That's
normal.
true. I fit in.
Real pimps out there. The pimps out there is wearing the motherfucking mascara, but they got 18 bitches in the stable.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, maybe I'll actually get bitches.
When the Raiders opened up against the Saints.
2016.
Oh, that game was fucked up, man. The Saints had that shit.
No, the Ravens and the
Ravens.
The Ravens.
The year before.
Ravens and the Raiders.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
This was COVID. You couldn't even go to the stadium.
2020.
Wait. The Raiders. Let's see. Raiders.
Who did the Raiders open up in 2020? I can't. I usually know this.
No,
I know they opened up against the Saints.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
They beat in 2016. They opened up the year beating the Saints. I remember that.
Wait, it was the Panthers. They opened with the Panthers, and then the next week was the Saints.
It was a Sunday night game, I believe.
It was the Panthers
versus the Raiders.
So 2020. So what about?
Yeah. It was the second game of the season, and they lost. It was week 2.
Okay.
So we went to Vegas with my friends for that game. Bro,
it's an empty stadium.
Dude, it was great. Hella New Orleans Saints fans.
For sure.
Straight from fucking Louisiana.
From the bayou.
Yeah. From
my girls talking to my boy, talking about where's little Bootsy Badass? Where's he?
Where little Bootsy?
Yeah, Bootsy Badass.
BR.
Yeah, he's from BR. Yeah. Him and Kevin Gates. Yeah.
It was tight.
Hey, listen, man. If they got that Latina Bronx accent, that's the one that kills me. No, that's what I'm saying. No, even just the Bronx accent, period. Like, stop talking to me. I'm gonna give you all my money. It's my kryptonite. Hey, you ever seen Wolf of Wall Street? What's the bitch? She plays the Bronx. She plays the Bronx. She has the Bronx accent. Yeah, she's bad as fuck. What's her name? Margot Robbie. Yeah.
All right, who else?
Jordan.
Are you guys on the last one? That's it?
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm really not fucking with anyone outside of Olave and like Derek Carr in a super flex. That's the only one I'm really puffing on.
Yeah, I'm passing on the tight ends. I'll puff on Shaheed. I like him as a dog.
I'm big puffing on Kamara if he's going like 8 rounds to 8 and up. I'll big puff.
Yeah, Killer Miller. He puffing on Killer Miller.
What's Killer Miller's ADP? Like what's the gang that he's going around? Like what's the little group where's he grouped up?
I think he's grouped up kind of down there. He's grouped up kind of like with McKinnon and Foreman, Mostert.
What about Charbonnet?
Ford. Charbonnet goes higher than him. Charbonnet's more like the P. Ryan, Khalil Herbert group.
Is Dylan going in that mix?
Yeah, and Dylan, yeah.
Okay, Dylan, Herbert, or Miller? Like, are you taking Miller over any of those guys?
Nah, because it's like Kamara. I mean, if Kamara didn't get suspended, Miller's not going to be anything.
They're really high on Miller. People are really high on Miller right now. It really got cooled down because they said when he didn't fuck with any of the what is it? The OTAs.
The OTAs, yeah.
And it cooled down.
And they still have Jamali Mall, bro. I mean, there's only so many mouths to feed. Plus, with Taysom's going to get pesky carries here and there. They got too many mouths to feed.
Yeah, I like Kamara a lot just because it's like what the fuck? Look how late we're getting this motherfucker, bro. I almost should do a sweep in Dynasty and just start sending out like shady, like, offers.
Yeah, I feel
not even shady. These aren't even shady because it's doing due diligence.
Yeah, just buy low. It's just being smart. It's not shady. Yeah,
old, and he's old at a running back.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people are probably ready to get rid of him in Dynasty. Just dump him. Like,
I got him in one league because I bought him last year. Somebody that was like tripping off of him. You know what I mean? Like,
because of the suspension looming.
Yeah, I think I got him for like a. Yeah, hell yeah! I'm about to start saying, damn.
Yeah.
Camaro, man. Yeah. Okay. I think we're good.
Yeah, I think that's everything. So appreciate everyone that tuned in.
We're dumbass late all day on every show today.
Exactly. Yeah. That's just the vibe. we're just hanging out, having a good time. Going through life, man.
For sure. Spencer, let them know.
Hell yeah, at Spencer the Guru, bet.nola.com. Y'all already know where it's at, man. We're going to have rankings dropping next week on the Guru Instagram. Y'all stay tuned. Positional rankings. We're going to set them in stone, at least for the month of July. So
every week, when we get the Playmakers back together, so for moving forward, every week, we should start the show off with a workshop, a Spencer rankings debate workship. You know what I mean?
Okay, bet. Yeah, I'm gonna have them post.
Hey, tonight we're looking at.
You pull up the graphics. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna see if you got anything. You got anything interesting here that I might. Okay. What's some of the ones that when you look at consensus, where are you bigger on or lower on a certain players?
Okay, yeah, lower.
I know we're going down to the rabbit hole real quick, but you know what I mean?
Cup and Pasta are the two I'm very low on and compared to consensus.
You don't like Cup? Oh, you don't like Stafford.
So I don't like anything with the Rams, so I'm low on them. Ken Walker is one I've been puffing on a little bit lately. Miles Sanders. Golfle, I'm higher on Ken.
We're getting high off that golf pack.
Yeah, that Golfle pack, bro. It's so
you know what scares me the most, though, bro, is that they can just pound it in and piss us off. Like, remember those Todd Gurley years? Like, it was like, you know what I mean? They did. We kind of saw glimpses of that last year. I mean, if that team gets any kind of better on defense, and there's like, not such an emphasis on playing from behind, having to throw a lot. Like, Goff benefited from that. He was a QB1 last year.
Yeah, I don't think the defense is going to be way
not
better.
a QB1 overall, but yeah.
I still think he'll be a top 12 QB, but
what did he finish last year?
QB 12, I'm pretty sure.
QB 12, that's pretty golful. That's not that great. That's pretty golful, actually.
But that's QB1.
Yeah, I think he does better than that, though. I'm with you.
Yeah, for sure. But we'll have more on that. I've been doing research, going to have more research done, and so we can get these rankings crisp and sharp, and
And they're ever changing. You know what I'm saying? So
they're fluid. Yeah, they're fluid. You know.
Yeah, I highly suggest y'all follow my man Spencer here on the gram because he definitely keeps them updated on the gram. You know what I mean? And what else you got? You got the mocks in full, right? On the Monday.
Yeah. Mondays. Yeah, next Monday we'll be back. It'll be a super flex mock this coming Monday. So y'all, I know the 420 crew loves super flex. So y'all come pull up.
Yeah. And you already know the Earth is my turf universe. Give me money. Check me out bright and early manana for the waking up with fantasy. We're gonna show up with suits one day.
Yeah, we need to do that shit.
Yeah, because I want to be what's his name? I want to be Bogey Saget, bruh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from Wake Up San Francisco.
Yeah, we do that Pulp Fiction bit.
No, because hold on, count of six. Count of six started laughing at Nora because there's this guy. Because this a couple weeks ago, some guy jumped in the chat. Right, he was like, "Y'all should wear suits."
You already did that before one time, remember?
Yeah, but I was like trolling. I was trolling my man Steezy because Steezy would always wear the suits. So one day he came on my show, and it was like when the countdown was going, I just jumped out, put a suit on, and then when they came back, I was like in the suit. Yeah, they're like. I was just trying to not pay. Like, what do you mean? Oh yeah, I just had this. This is delay. It's laying around.
I thought you were gonna go Matrix with it. You went straight Full House. Okay.
Full House with it, right? Well, because we used to call it the Wake and Bake, but then it was like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, we always talk about some 90s shit. So he's like, ooh, how about waking up with fantasy? I'm like, hell yeah, man. I really wanted to just call it Wake Up San Francisco. You know what I mean? We just be the fantasy Bob Saget and Rebecca Donald, man. I'll be Rebecca. Fuck it. I'll take one for the team.
Fuck it. Well,
But
shit,
yeah, man, check us out, y'all.
yeah, for sure. We got a lot in the works, man. We're just getting started. So until next time.
Yep. And next week we continue in the South with, you know, saying our man Peacock is going to tell us all about the Texans.
Didn't we do that last week? The AFC South?
Did we?
I thought we did. Oh, we'll figure something out. We'll do a new division next week.
You know, I do mushrooms on this show all the time, so like, you know what I mean? It's all there. We'll figure it out.
For sure.
I don't even remember that show now. I'm like, didn't we? I thought we did the Vikings.
Well, no, I may have. I don't know if I. We'll figure it out.
On the show. That's right. You were out of town.
Yeah. Oh, well, we'll figure it out. Peace out, peace.
Hit him with the run pass option. I run shit or I shred from the pocket. I'm always shopping, I'm always copping, and always pray I'm falling like leaves an item. Hey, what could I say? I make plays every day. Catch me with a thick one, make her pay what she weigh. And then some. Welcome to my kingdom. Really in the field, never got my feet up. Go hard, push a hard line. Yeah, been around, peep the archives. Yeah. Off top, it's a long grind. You don't need to watch to see that it's hard time, yeah. I'm counting chips, finna take the chip. You counterfeits, better pay attention. I'm about to check, catch me in my bag. Sunday to Sunday, living that. We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day.